Welcome, everybody. Today is episode 8 of Zotian Epoch. I hope that you all have a lovely time. Sorry, slightly distracted with my intros. Excellent times here. Greetings. You see two new names here at the bottom. Welcome our new players. We have Akaris and Shui. We will run into them later in session. Without further ado, let's get into this. We join the party in the dungeon of Baklamel, about a day and a half walk from the city itself. Has been the location of a lot of very interesting activities for our party members. They've traveled to space. They've discovered an entire cult with hate against all race. I just had to rhyme it because I felt like it. At this point, the party has come back down to Zocheclgoth. They are resting and gathering the supplies that they want to take back to town, and they have a new friend in tow. A strange metal talking statue named Krasted. We now join everybody in the dungeon, or I'm sorry, in the cave above the dungeon, loading up a cart. The floor is yours.
Don't we have two new friends? We have a rug, too.
Ah, yes. Thank you for reminding me about Arug. I believe Arug did stay at the station, though. Or no, they're helping you with the cart. My bad. I see them right now on map.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like anybody is gonna go to the dungeon when we're not there. So you know.
Yeah. Thank you
Also
for
carrying around Crosted on a backpack for us.
Yes, you're right.
We also have a cart full of stuff.
Yes.
Stuff and things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shui, do you mind muting your mic? If there's background noise, when you're talking, feel free to unmute, obviously. But just mention.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe I have all the present players over here. I can just invite everyone over. Why not? With that, Arug is loading up the cart with various weapons and stuff that you've been ferrying back and forth from the dungeon station. While they're doing that, does anybody have anything they'd like to do?
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. Arug points at the cart and asks if they should start pulling it out of the dungeon.
Yeah. Let's start getting a move on. We've had our long rest and everything. Yes, I believe.
I believe so. If anyone is unsure, feel free to roll a long rest.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Leah, I just wanted to double check.
I know there were injuries that were of concern, so yeah.
Some, yes. Some are just permanently injured.
True. Very true.
Yeah, but if you can help us out, we'll get there as quick as we can, especially with your help.
May as well. I got the muscles. And
You're damn right you do, bud.
a rug walks over to the cart, kind of gets under it, lifting with their knees. They know what's up, and grunt and hoist up. The cart is loaded down with probably about 1,000 pounds worth of weapons, and they start trudging on up. They might need some help up the hill in the cave. If you all wouldn't mind rolling a strength check, those that are present. So that'd be Sky, Guardian, and
Oh, we're good at those.
Sky, Guardian, and Leo. Nice.
Sebastian's not helping much.
No.
Oh, that went a little better than I was expecting.
Ooh. Guardian steps up her game, and she manages to dig into the icy ground of the cave while the others are slipping down. And between the tiefling and the lovely new friend Arug, they push the cart up into the second place. You walk past the. I might as well show the new players, so we could go to Snow River real quick. Or it'll be on screen, actually. I'm just going to pull camera. That'll be quickest. If you're watching the stream, you can do so. See where we're at. So in the cave is a pool of water, and y'all are walking past it. Anyways, not super important. And your group is now out into the cold of the river. You're heading down towards Baklamel. With Arug's help, you can probably make it in about a day. So go ahead and head on out, I guess. The team heads down the river towards Baklamel, out west again. Now that y'all are out in the clear, do you want to do anything? Or are you just making your way back? You've made this trip a few times now.
Yeah, Leo will probably try and make sure that everyone's fed while we're, out and moving around.
Okay. For posterity's sake, we're going to say you're heading out early in the morning. The sun is rising. It's bright and early. You have plenty of time to get to Baklamel by evening. As long as you keep up the pace.
Great.
You've been walking for a while. You end up at a familiar midpoint where you see the trail up above to your left, where that frozen waterfall is. You're beginning to see some water come through a bit. There's a small trickle coming down. Things are starting to warm up a little bit. The winter is thawing, but it's still plenty cold. As you walk along the river, it's getting kind of slushy in the ice and snow that you're walking through. I need everybody to make a athletics check. Everybody that's walking.
And athletics.
Wait.
Athalulu.
Absolute doo-doo.
Guardian and Leo slip and fall into their faces and get snow all over them. They take no damage, but they're very embarrassed. I need to make a roll privately. Nice. I'm not gonna tell you what that was about, but you're good. Party keeps walking along towards Baklamel. You've stopped for lunch. Leo's helped everyone get something to eat, cooked up a meal, made sure that your work friend is well fed, and the party trudges along. You reach Baklamel, or you can see it in the evening. The sun is coming down, and it's everyone. Just go back to Winter Theater. You see the familiar town up ahead. Nothing different or strange, and you are heading into town. You successfully made your trip without mishap, for the most part.
How late is it?
It's very late. The sun has set. There's a bit of light in the sky.
Hey, I know it's late, but I think we should at least drop this cart of stuff at off, and then take care of a few other things while we're still here. But we should definitely stop by the Shoulder and Smoke to drop this off. And he kind of points, gestures like as subtly as he can towards the cart, which is covered in stuff. And they won't be happy, I think, getting they're not in bed yet, I think, but we should at least take care of it before anything else crazy happens, because we're here now and nobody else is going to be looking for us, so might as well make it quick.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Leo will have everyone go to the Shoulder and Smoke, the blacksmithy. Smolder and Smoke. I thought it was Shoulder. That sounds like a barbecue place.
It does, actually.
That sounds like a pretty good barbecue place.
Yeah.
Smolder and Smoke. That's what I meant. Smolder and Smoke.
1 second. So the party makes their way down to the south of Baklamel. Smolder and Smoke is a smithy at the south end of town. It's owned by the Firelick sisters. They're a pair of twin half-orc can't talk. They're a pair of twin half-orcs that run the shop. They're incredibly skilled at their craft, and they both settled in Baklamel about 6 years ago after Smolder fell in love with a local farmer. You enter the building. The cart is set down in front of the shop. The heft and Urug just kind of waits patiently next to it. Does everybody enter the building?
I mean, Leo does, because he kind of knows them.
Yeah, I figured we would let Leo handle that business.
Oh God, don't let me handle everything. It's fine.
I mean, this is your home.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Leo for sure goes in. If anybody is following him,
I assume the group will be helping with unloading the cart. It is full of stuff.
Yeah. They have like their workshop somewhere near like in the building, I assume.
Yeah, no, it's as soon as you walk into Smolder and Smoke, you are hit with the heat of a smithy and the smells and all of that. Behind the main counter where weapons are sold, there are giant iron and stone furnaces burning away, and lots of various metals in kindling and various sorts and various shapes of weaponry being crafted, repaired, broken down, all of that. They do it all. Smolder is busy at one of the stations, and Smoke is just standing at the counter. just picking away at some food she was eating.
Leo walks in. Hey, got some time. I know it's late. Promise not to take up too much of your time. I just got a thing I want to talk to you about. If you guys got some time, Smoke. If you're not busy.
Oh, Leo, I'm sorry. I was distracted just thinking about. Anyway, she looks up from her food, clearly like not really eating it, just poking at it. What can I do for you? It's fine.
Are you doing okay?
Are
you doing okay?
It's fine. We can talk about it some other time, perhaps. Looks like you brought some friends in.
Yeah, so, long story short, we found a cult that was nearby, and, they're just assholes, just absolute assholes. And they happened to have a stash of pretty nice equipment. And I figured if nothing else, you guys could use the metal for scrap or fix them up and make them look nice or whatever. There's so much. There's so much. Plus, we also found something really, really interesting. And I think you guys might be the ones to at least take a whack at trying to fix it.
Okay. How many things are we talking about? I mean, I can pay you for some weapons, but we don't have a lot of money.
Money wasn't really the problem. Like, sure, money's nice, but that's not why. We figured. I figured we all kind of had the thought. If you could use some of the metal from what we give you as payment and also repair for the thing that we were hoping that you guys could at least take a whack at fixing. Does that make sense?
I guess. Repair what exactly? Do you have a problem with your stove?
No, it's much more interesting than a stove. Although a stove might come in handy later. We'll talk about that some other time. Anyway, Leo
a stove
lean out
with one arm anymore.
No, he'll Arik, bring Crasted, and everyone start bringing in the other shit.
She just kind of nods and looks at everyone coming in. Erdog comes in, peeks in, and god damn it, I can't get this thing I'm trying to do right now. Sorry. My brain is stupid sometimes. Anyway, sorry. Erdog enters the room, just kind of peeks around, says, "Yes? Can I help?"
Two things. One, if you could put Crasted over there, and he'll point to what I assume is a work table or something.
Sure, yeah.
Put Crasted up there, and then start unloading all the metal bits and bringing them in.
They shrug. Okay. And you see this
Thanks,
orc.
bud.
Welcome. You see this orc walk in, and it's got some metallic statue on the back of their back, in some sort of satchel wrapped up in cables. It's very odd, but he walks over to the table, kind of turns around and bends down on his knees and leans back and drops the poor Crasted onto the table. Gets up and walks outside and starts grabbing weaponry pikes, scimitars, whatever, from the cart and bringing it into the smithy. It's quite a scene. Smoke isn't too impressed, and while Smolder was pretty like focused on her task, she manages to find a stopping point and looks around and just looks concerned as this orc keeps bringing in weapons, piling them on the ground. They cling to the ground, and are just kind of
try
standing
and
there
be
watching.
careful. We're trying not to make a scene, bud.
You're doing great, Rug.
You said bring
You're
them
doing
in.
great. Just, yes, I know. Just be a little bit more careful.
They're all
That's all.
rusty.
Not to, yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
Too much noise and it's late. That's all, bud. Just, slow down, take your time, and don't rush and put everything down as carefully, because we don't want you or anyone else to get hurt.
You see this orc just kind of sigh, take a deep breath, and just start walking slowly out of the room, taking careful steps not to stomp.
You're doing great, Rug.
As you can see, we made a very large new friend. He's kind of new to everything.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like my cousins at all, Smolder says. They're both half words.
Yeah, he's Leo will tell the shortened version while Arug's away, and he'll tell it to Smoke quietly so that Arug doesn't hear it. The shortened version of raised in the cult kind of, fucked his brain a little bit. And, now he's discovering the fact that he has free will and is still a child on the inside and is kind of screwy a little bit. So he does his best to explain it.
Yeah. The sisters just kind of look at each other and just kind of whisper, and you can hear them say, "The poor thing." And they look back at you and nod and go, "No problem." If you need someone to talk to, we can maybe talk to him?
Sure. Honestly, it would be great. There was another one that should have come into town. He's probably not as confused, but he's still going to be pretty confused. Plus a kobold, but the kobold's not going to be hard to find. I haven't seen a kobold here in years.
Yeah, I was going to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to ask Ted, if by chance anyone's seen them arrive yet.
No, Smoke speaks up. I was in Veduta's yesterday, and I think I saw those two that you mentioned. They were having some drinks. I didn't interrupt.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's good. That's good. Once we're wrapped up here, we'll check out there and see if we can get them. We have a kind of an idea. We're thinking about setting up a hunting lodge, sort of a place,
Sounds
It'll
fun.
be. Yeah, that's
why
the
you
general
need the
idea.
stove fixed? What is that over on the table anyway?
So this is hey, caress it, buddy. And he'll kind of knock on him. Tink 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 tink. Buddy, you can wake up now.
What are you doing?
Hey, there he is. How you doing, buddy?
Feeling a little discombobulated.
You're cutting out kinda, unless anyone else having the same issue. Unless that's on purpose.
Should have some cutouts, but not a ton. But is it hearable?
I heard fuel and discombobulated just now.
Okay, we'll roll without. Don't worry about it. We'll find a voice for Crested someday. That program sucks. Anyway,
Apparently.
what Krasted said was, I feel discombobulated. Nothing about fuel, though.
Right. So
I do not blame you.
yeah, don't blame me there at all, bud. So this is Krasted. We found him. Also in that pit. So, yeah.
Krasted's head just kind of like tries to look up and behind him at the counter, sort of straining and twitching as his head sort of like looks up and around at the counter.
Leo will kind of like try and turn him around, make sure he's like facing the right way.
Waves with one arm. Hello, I am Krasted to Smolder and Smoke. Smoke looks back, says, "Hi. You speak?
Yeah.
What manner is this, Leo?"
You know,
We're not entirely.
She
What
walks
he
around from the
said.
counter and says, and walks over to the robot. "Tell me, where did you find this creature?"
So we were exploring the dungeon that was down there, and there happened to be a section of it that was kind of blocked off. We broke through it, and then bam, robot dude.
Not that you would know what a robot is, but
Then bam, this mechanical, neat little
metal
guy.
statue. Anyway,
Metal
we'll just-
statue.
We'll just
This
pretend
guy.
you say that. The half-orc just kind of looks him over and asks Krasted if she could open up the hatch on his torso, and he nods yes, and she just kind of opens up and goes, "Oh my, very interesting.
Yeah.
Smolder, come see this." And the other sister walks around behind the counter, and they're just kind of like oohing and ahhing and looking all over him. Krasted seems embarrassed. Again, his expressionless face somehow has an expression, and you could swear he was blushing if he could do so.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
think
he's
I would
got
be
two
too.
very pretty, strong orc women just oogling him right now.
Yeah, pretty much. They look behind and says, "Well, I understand you probably want his legs attached and whatever else we can do."
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
This is
We-
far
we
beyond
kinda-
us, Leo. It really is. We're great smiths, but this is something else. You all should go get a drink. We're gonna need some time with him, if you don't mind. We'll look over
Not
what
at
you
all.
brought in too. Don't worry, no one's gonna take it. No one's coming in this late anyway. People are sleeping. It's fine.
yeah. I know there was this weird dark elf. I don't know if they're still in town, but if they are, you could probably hit them up. There was you guys are the only ones I know that might have an inkling of looking at this, but I figure if he's here, you guys can try. If nothing else, we can we'll figure it out later.
I think we remember him buying some supplies here, but I haven't seen him for a long time.
That sounds about right.
Anyways, yeah, go get some drinks at the vats, and we'll look this over, and we'll count up what you brought and make a value of it. And when you're done, I think we'll have something to talk about.
Great. Worst case, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll be closing
Semi
up
early
anyway.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad we got here when we did. Whew. You ladies have an excellent evening.
You too.
Is all of the stuff unloaded except for the other things?
Yes.
All the metal bits, essentially.
Yeah, you mean like the jackets and stuff? Yeah, no, that's all in the cart still. Anything that you were selling to Smolder and Smoke is on the floor in their lobby. And they're presently just kind of picking over stuff and trying to figure out what the hell good old Crasted is.
Yeah, they're gonna be at that all night.
Mm-hmm.
Leo will lean over the cart and kind of grab the sack of the stuff that he was taking. So if you guys want to head to the vats, see if you can meet up with that orc, the kobold, anything else is going on. I have a thing to do.
All
that
right,
all right with
go.
you
Yeah, sure. Go. Do that thing.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Urug, you're gonna stick with them, right?
I can. Sure.
Great. Any of the foodstuffs you can give them to Teb's mom, if there's anything you guys want to toss her way, if worst case scenario. And I'll see y'all later. I'll stop by. If I'm not there tonight, I'll be there tomorrow morning. Depends on how things go. And if I get the shit kicked out of me or not.
Guys, we're just gonna squint at him. All right.
I'm visiting family. And Leo starts kind of walking off with a bundle on his quarterstaff.
Even after all this time, still so strange.
Indeed.
Well, I guess we'll see you soon, Crasted. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, okay. Have fun.
Yeah, we'll do. And I guess we'll head to Vedutas.
So the party heads up to Veduta's Vats and Bunks, which is by the river on the northwest side of town. It's one of the biggest buildings in Boclamel, well known for being the social center of Boclamel. The party steps up onto the porch that faces the river and steps inside. Inside, there is a bar straight ahead, kind of with the seats in line with the door as you walk in, a good 20 feet away. There's a few stools, and all along the right side are various booths of different ramshackle wood construction. Some are complete branches, some are a bit more refined. Pillows made of straw and barley sacks. It's a somewhat lively night, but nothing too intense. People are just kind of minding their own business. Up to your left is the stairs balcony that goes up to all the rooms, which there are 10. Inside, you'll see Teblian at the bar, just kind of poking at it, probably taking a break or something like that. Shayna is nowhere to be seen. And yeah, when you all step in, you see two travelers that you haven't seen before. They don't look like your normal Baklamel residents. They seem to have some sort of satchels with them and are dressed a little different. Welcome to Medusa's Fats and Pugs.
As Sebastian arrives, he'll just go greet Teblian.
Oh, hey Sebastian.
Hey there. Enjoying some time off?
Yeah, Mom had me carrying a bunch of stupid crap and I'm just too tired. So I jumped in the river, though it's freezing, and now I'm sitting here drying off and it sucks because I should have thought about how I'd be really cold after. But, you know, that's life.
Indeed it is. Is your mother around currently?
I think she had to go to the bathroom.
Hmm.
She'll be
Alright.
back soon. Chris, Shui, while you're sitting at one of the booths, you see this group of obviously well-armed and well-traveled people step in. You see a human wearing a blue cloak, carrying a staff with a snake's head on it at the top. You see a tiefling Carnova with a barrel on her back walking in. And they seem to know Teblian, who you've spoken with. Do you go interact? Teblian has mentioned to you a thing about some travelers going to a dungeon nearby. He told you not to tell anyone, but these look like the people he's described to you.
Chorus would just keep an eye on them for now. Slightly suspicious.
For sure. They clearly aren't the standard townsfolk, just wearing whatever they would in the evenings. Anyway, the group is over at the bar talking to Teblian. They look like they're expecting some drinks. Teblian just kind of like rolls his eyes. You don't hear anything, but he gets up and says, "Fine, I'm gonna get you some drinks," and then goes into the back room and procures a couple pots for our lovely tiefling and human who have entered the building.
Thank you.
Appreciated.
Thank you.
Been anything new, interesting going on around town?
No. Oh,
Any news
Cobalt
coming in?
Cobalt and Orc came in here. I think they're from where you found me. They seem familiar, but
That sounds like that would be them.
I think they're still in town, but I'm not sure where. They may be bunking with someone.
Well, hopefully they haven't caused any trouble, right?
They seem really lost, but like pleasant.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. They said something about old ones, which is something that I found buried into my brain, and then I may have accidentally made it slip to those people. And he just kind of nods over at the booth where Akaris and Chewie are sitting. Sebastian.
Chewie would be.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Chewie would be deep in her like third cup by now.
Okay.
Probably not super paying attention, just sort of musing.
Just getting nice and
at the
wasted.
booth. Yeah.
Cool.
Someone has to be the responsible one for that, for Shui.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shayna comes in. She looks like she's wiping her hands off, probably cleaning them or something. Oh, hi there, Guardian. Hi there. I'm sorry, Sebastian. I forgot your name for a second.
All good.
You're just such a smart fellow, and I don't want to make you feel bad for me not remembering something.
I assure you it's fine.
Okay. Do you two want anything to eat? Where is Leo, by the way? He's normally with you.
I do believe he said he was off to go do something. He wasn't very specific.
Seeing family,
Yeah.
as he said.
Yeah, no, he's probably seeing Auntie or his sister or someone.
Yeah, he wasn't very specific, but it seems to be his general thing.
Yeah. Do you two want something to eat? I see Ted may have gotten you some drinks. As always, they're on the house for you folks, for saving my boy.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Guardian?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind something.
Okay. At the table or here at the bar? Leo's table, perhaps. It's clear right now. Over in the corner.
Sure.
Okay. Go make yourselves at home. I'll bring your drinks over. It's fine.
Will do.
Shayna walks over with the pots of beer, sets them down on the table, and goes back behind the counter and starts whipping up some fish and rice.
Yeah.
When she finishes and she walks over to drop off your plates, she checks in on Shui and Akris. Hey, you two. Can I get you another drink? Do you want something to eat, or what can I do for you?
Do we get that on the house too?
Sadly, no. These people saved my son from most certain death, so they're a little special around here.
That's kind of what I gathered.
Wait, those are the fools that went to the dungeon you mentioned? Not you. No, you're a bit taller.
It's my son,
I'm-
Loudmouth again. No one's supposed to really know the details of this, but yes, that's those are the people.
I think calling them fools is, what's the word I'm looking for? Inappropriate.
Oh, they're certainly fools. Sebastian has a brilliant mind. Leo is one heck of a fighter, and Guardian, she's really great. Okay.
Makes sense.
Friends of yours then?
Newish friends. I mean, Leo I've known since he was a baby. I kind of helped raise him. But yeah. The other two they've stayed for the winter because they didn't want to travel during the storms. So we've kind of gotten to know each other since then.
So it's on the tab for my friend, right? Right?
Whoever's-
Excuse me?
Whoever's paying.
You know,
Agoras will look over at you and like, when did I agree to pay for your tab?
because you know I don't have the money for this.
And you think I have it as well? Oh God.
Well, too late now. You kind of agreed to have a drink
you.
here.
You basically dragged me here. You do realize that, right?
This is the social hub. Where else we're supposed to go?
You could always go to the party hall, but look, travelers, this is Bakuman. If you need food, you have food. Money here is exchanged as a bit of social politeness. When we can help out, just helps things move a bit along, but I am no stranger to feeding people in need. If this is what's at
I
us-
am not in need, excuse you. I am absolutely well off.
Then at least a gold piece would be great.
Looks at a chorus.
I currently do not have coin, but as soon as I do, I will pay for everything and will immediately stare daggers at Chewie. This is the last time I do this.
Sebastian sees this going down. He's just gonna take out a gold piece and to Shayna. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. It's on me.
She
And
takes the coin
who
from
are-
you and just kind of looks at it and goes, Sebastian, you're good too. And walks up.
Who are you? Shouts across the entire tavern.
Even though you're like a table
I'm-
away.
Yeah. She still shouts like extremely loudly. Like
And I can, of course, will smack Chewie upside the head like in a certain TV show. You do realize they're at the next table, right? You don't need to yell.
just waves at him dismissively, like, get it. Let me have a discussion with a lovely fellow trying to pay for my drinks.
I mean, I'm not stopping you from having the discussion, but at least don't yell loud enough that everyone in here knows about it.
She kind of just puts her hands on her hips and just looks at looks at Akoris, looks back at the person who paid for the drinks, and then looks back at Akoris and loudly, to prove a point, name's Shui. Who might you be?
Just a friend.
Has a friend got a name?
Sebastian.
You can see
Why
Shayna
don't you-
giggling over at the bar as she's like trying to like hide her smile while she's like washing dishes.
Of course, it's just face palming is like, oh God, why?
Why don't
Got
you
it.
join our table, Sebastian, and whoever your folk are?
This table is comfortable enough.
Oh, really now? You're gonna make a girl ask twice.
You're
If
welcome
that-
to come to our table.
If the company at your table is lacking, you're more than welcome to join us.
Looks at a chorus, looks at them. Yeah, your table seems way more friendlier than mine. Stands up.
Damn. Okay.
Sebastian's just gonna raise his eyebrows and chuckle.
And kind of does the thing where like She tries to move towards you guys, but probably goes the wrong way a bit, wobbly, before finding her way eventually to your table and just plopping down heavily.
Do I?
The wood
You see-
that makes up the bench that you sit on kind of creaks with your odd entry to it.
You seem to be enjoying yourself.
I wouldn't call it enjoyment, but maybe.
Well, given the state you'll find yourself in, I would hope you do it out of some level of enjoyment and not for any other purpose.
Hmm. She does not answer and just kind of tries to focus her eyes on you.
Really struggling to focus on things. It's kind
Yeah.
of wavering back and forth as she thinks she's sitting still, but Guardian and Sebastian see this human just sort of like going side to side, waving, and just kind of like not at all steady.
Not at all sober.
Yeah.
She's
Yep.
Guardian's gonna look at the individual at the table she just came from and is like, is she going to be alright?
Yes, but this happens a little too often for my liking.
Stop judging! Shouts across the entire tavern. Again.
Yeah, you and our friends Saoirse would get along swimmingly.
Swimming? Where? Is she swimming in the river now? I'd love to meet her.
That's a good question. I'm not sure where she is at the moment, but I'm sure she's enjoying herself.
She
Lost
made
her
herself
yet?
Scarce.
She's turned herself into a scar. It's impressive. Though I'm sure she will show herself. She has a tendency to show up when drinks are involved, but though she also has seemed a little flighty recently. I hope traveling hasn't upset her or anything. But might I get a introduction from you? I don't think we've fully met.
As you're talking, Shayna walks over with fresh plates of food and puts them down in front of Shui, puts one down in front of an empty seat, and just kind of like looks at Akaris and says, "You're welcome to join them, or I can bring this plate of food right over to your table."
Of course, will nod and walk over to the table.
Guardian will kind of give a bit of a smile. It's just like table's a little bit more complete instead of having to talk across the table to four people to another person.
Fair enough. I mean,
As- yeah.
Go ahead.
As you guys kind of like ask for introductions and take a good look at Shui, you see she's a human, young woman, early 20s, early to mid 20s, like ballparking it. She's got red hair, which is in a mohawk. She's got a scar on the shaved part of her head, like on the side. which is kind of jagged. Yeah. And her eyes are green colored, and she's got a tattoo on her shoulder. It's like a tribal sort of tattoo.
Okay.
Um,
Does it seem familiar to Guardian at all, DM, or is this a...
It's not Carnova. You've not seen this.
Okay. Okay,
pattern.
just thought I'd ask.
Happy to answer.
Okay. Well,
Well-
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, she kind of just tries to focus on everyone at the table and says, like I said, I'm Shui.
Sure.
Pleasure to meet you, Chewie.
And you?
Sebastian.
I'm Guardian.
Guardian of what?
She the kind of barrel that she had came in that's currently sitting at her side, she kind of gestures to that.
And that is?
It is important to... It's a important part of my discovery. That is why I'm out here. I am the guardian of this until I fully can understand what its purpose is.
Cryptic. I like you.
It's not so much cryptic, it's more of trying to understand. It is different than trying to keep secrets. If I had a better answer to give you, I would give you one.
So you're guarding, you don't know what.
That is the best way to figure it out. That is the best way to explain it. Yeah.
Huh.
It certainly is different because it has given me abilities that I never possessed. I'm not someone that is gifted by the land or any sort of other natural gift, but being around it seems to have done some things. And just kind of without hesitation, she'll raise up her right hand, and you'll watch as her nails kind of extend out, and kind of scales that they're like scales that form up on her hand when her claw extends out.
Huh. You're like my sister. Well, not really, but similar.
I haven't been able to do anything like this until I had made contact with this and went around. It also has given me abilities I normally wouldn't have other than that, but this is the most noticeable.
Do you happen to grow fangs too?
No, this seems to be the most physical. Other than obviously harder to tend to my nails, they seem to have gotten a little bit thicker in terms of they're harder to break.
Girl, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, that and I can do this, and she'll snap her finger and turn it and look exactly like you for a moment as she casts Sky Self.
You see this gray tiefling with covered in tattoos and rather large horns just immediately look like you, Shui.
She does a double take and nearly falls off her chair. Probably would have if she didn't kind of get stuck as she was falling and repositions and rebalances herself.
She'll snap her fingers again and turn back into her normal form. Drop the Sky Self.
That's hot.
I mean, it doesn't raise my temperature, it just merely changes my form.
Well, it might raise my temperature, but you know.
I mean, you're the first person to say that. I don't think anyone else has told me it raises temperatures for anyone. That's good to know.
Boy, I am too sober for this discussion.
Yeah.
China, another drink, please. These lovely friends are agreed to pay for mine.
I'm.
She looks
Sebastian's
up.
just gonna
And-
cock his head.
And
Walks-
I was
Oh, yeah. Like,
Icarus really wants to just bunk Chewie at this.
I mean, what's stopping?
Shayna brings over a fresh pot of beer, sticks in a new reed, and hands it to Shui. Just kind of nods. I know your type, and then grabs your pot and walks off.
So,
And she shouts back as she's walking to the bar, "And your type are most welcome here."
I was about to tell you to fuck off, but I made me swallow it before I could.
She winks at you and goes back to the table, or back to the bar.
so, might I inquire if you two are doing anything, or have you just come here traveling for personal reasons?
I'm not hiding my personal reasons. I'm looking for my sister.
Has she gone missing?
I mean, I am looking for her, dummy. What do you
Well-
think?
Missing and taken, as well as other things, can imply different connotations. That's why I'm asking for specifics.
Let's say she left. So, kind of, without going into details. And I'm trying to get her back.
I see. I'm sorry to hear about your sister. If anything we might be able to do to help, would be more than happy to help you out.
Have you seen a redhead, long hair, tall, vicious attitude, armor, 2 swords?
No, I have not, unfortunately. Most of the, if she has not arrived in town here, for the most part, we've only dealt with, strange individuals and some orcs and some kobolds.
Kobolds? She kind of perks up. Where?
Well, most of them are unfortunately dead. There's I think one of them should have hopefully made their way here before we had gotten back, but I'm not sure.
I
Rip
hope
Baclamel bashers.
We don't talk about them.
I hope you didn't kill the kobolds. You did. Great.
Well, it was more of self-defense.
And to be fair, it wasn't all of them.
Yeah, like I said, there was one, but we're not sure if he made it to Baclamel, so we're not sure if he's here in town or not, or decided to wander off into the woods. He didn't seem exactly happy with what we had told him.
Those of draconic ancestry require a special approach. I'm sure I could have talked to them. Anyway, sorry. Do you do this sort of thing often?
Like traveling or just dealing with kobolds?
Killing?
I haven't had to do that since I've left my tribe. No, I'm mostly out here to understand, not to kill. I do try to resolve things without fighting, but unfortunately, the people that we seem to have come across are not fond of talking to. How should I put it? Non-human looking folk. Despite my best efforts, unfortunately.
Might I inquire what you were looking for in the dungeon?
Well,
Sebastian just points to Teblian.
He's asleep on
To
the
the
bar. Or like
Yeah.
he's still but face down on the bar.
Yeah, Guardian kind of does that head point where she kind of tilts her head kind of as a point.
Okay. So I'm drunk, but not that drunk. I can make the points meet, or whatever the phrasing is. So you saved the kid in the dungeon. He got here before you guys, and now you get free drinks.
For the most part, that seems to be the arrangement.
She kind of does a full 90-degree turn towards Akras and goes, "We need to save a kid. I need free drinks here."
To be frank, this was several days ago.
That's still good though. We need to
Love
save
the
a kid
logic.
for
Love the
drinks.
logic there. Sebastian's
Hey,
point.
don't judge her too harshly.
I suppose that's one way to do it.
Trell, I was giving them context in text, but the RP is doing well, so yeah, no worries. That disembodied voice, including mine, is mysteriously not there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that is a interesting form of logic you form there. But if you just need drinks, you could just ask.
Icarus is trying to do mental gymnastics.
But I mean, I don't. As far as I know, there's not any kids that have gone missing recently.
There was a bulletin board or of some sort somewhere in town.
Yeah, perhaps we can take a look at that and see if we can help it either stuff your pockets in terms of drinking money, or maybe you might get fortunate enough to have someone that will guarantee drinks for you.
Well, my walking purse kind of is dry as well. She elbows Icarus. So that sounds like a good idea.
Is that all I am to you, Shui? A walking purse?
And a killjoy, but yeah.
Is your hood down or up?
Who's?
Akris, do you have anything on your head, or is your ears visible?
No. Yes, they're visible.
Okay, cool. That's all. Thanks.
That is a concerning question when a DM asks that.
Yes,
Very concerned.
very much so.
Are your ears visible?
Don't worry about it.
Good. Now they're gone.
Is this
We'll just curse at Shui for a couple of words in Elvish.
Right on.
In Elvish, she answers back, Oh, you know I love it, teasing you.
Ay.
And I don't. And Guardian's gonna look to Echoes and go, I don't. And might I get your name, please? Just
By the
seeing
way, just putting it out there, Sebastian knows Elvish.
I was looking for his languages right now.
So you would have heard Ecorus just curse it really for a
a
couple of
layered
words.
curse of like triple stacked cursing, and then
Indeed.
Shui just winks at him and goes, "You know, I love teasing you." In Elvish, yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Ecorus.
I see. Do you have, might I inquire on why you're traveling with, Chewie here?
Well, to be completely honest, I don't remember. We how do I explain it? Started traveling together a while ago, and since then it's just been one thing after another.
She kind of just grabs him by the neck in like a friendly, overly
Side hug.
not a hug, more like a headlock.
No, I don't like this. No,
And
this
then
already
just
chewing.
grabs her knuckles and rubs it on his head, tussling his hair.
No, erg.
And then looks at the rest of the people around the table and says, "We met in a caravan traveling here, and yeah, kind of stuff."
Start speaking Druidic in annoyance.
Sebastian does not know that one.
Show off.
Damn, you know a language I don't. Do you have so are you just a wanderer, like are you just a wanderer seeking out anything that pique your interest, or do you have any personal things you wish to accomplish for yourself or your family?
For now, I'm just wandering, just trying to figure some stuff out.
Understandable. Sometimes it is good to get out there and explore and see if you can find something that is helpful either to yourself or to your family.
I mean, being of a naturalistic persuasion, where it's not very common for me to come into city.
Shui leans across the table to Guardian, and like in a very loud whisper, she thinks she's being subtle, but in a very loud whisper so everyone hears, she just says, "Yeah, he's weird. He keeps staring at the moon at night and doesn't sleep at all almost. I don't know why."
Icarus will smack Shui upside the head again.
Guardian kind of looks curiously. Just that is certainly interesting.
No, it is not, because it is a lie.
Oh.
Just stare at the moon. Why Shui keeps saying that, but at this point I just let her say it and then correct it afterwards.
Is there a particular reason why you look at the moon, or is that part of?
I mean, and I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with looking at the moon. I mean, it's kind of
Oh.
curious when you think of it.
Shui just laughs. The legend grows! Haha!
She
I
walks
do not
over-
just look at the moon.
Shayna walks over while this is going on and says, "Ooh, legends are growing," as she collects your plates and walks off.
Perks up. Shui actually perks up at that. What, you know some good ones?
None that I'd like to explain right now, dear. You wouldn't remember anyway.
You'd be surprised. Try me.
She laughs and walks off.
Ah, god damn it.
I could probably tell you some good legends.
I'm all ears.
I've heard legends of people who have.
Hang on, wait.
Hmm?
She kind of goes into her backpack, fishes out a notebook, takes out a pen, smacks the pen against the parchment, and just looks expectantly. Go on.
Oh, someone else who also likes to take notes. Okay. Well, I can tell you, I know of a legend of people who essentially have the ability to manipulate the air.
Would that tussle Shui's memory about any of the legends that she heard before?
Manipulating air? Sebastian, text me if you'd like, but no.
So,
You
as
know-
far as Shui knows, it's either a fairy tale or
Being
she's
able
been
to
fucked with.
almost basically like create a storm.
Okay, that's a very short legend. I was expecting a bit more detail.
Maybe it'd be easier to show rather than tell.
Show?
Hmm.
Yeah. This would probably not be the best place to do so, though.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. That's good. Ah, yes, okay.
It does sound like a it does sound like a very interesting thing. Perhaps if you're willing to explain it, I'd like to possibly hear about it as well.
What do you mean? You've seen it?
True. But I want to hear more about them.
Are you like
I'm
primordial descent? By any chance?
Mm. We'll leave that one alone.
He's keeping it close to his chest, I guess.
I am so tempted to say insight check, but you know, she's too drunk.
Fair enough. It would be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Sheena walks over and says, "I'm sorry to keep bugging y'all, but you too." And she looks at Icarus and Shui. "Are you staying here tonight? Do you need to rent a room? There are some available. Otherwise, there's always the party hall, and you could crash there if you find a spot."
Oh, the party hall is not. That's where that.
I mean,
Missives board or whatever it was, I think. If I remember right.
announcement board.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
So there you go. If you're looking for a missing child to find, probably you'll find it.
Well, a way to make a quick buck, something to pay for a respectable room in the future, perhaps.
I mean, I can sleep in most places. Less because I can do certain.
Yeah, but you and me both, buddy. But you know, it's nice to have 4 walls and a roof occasionally.
Fair enough.
I mean, if
We're kind of new to town. Could you guys tell us if, like, how dangerous is it to sleep outside here?
Locklamel's
I
really
mean-
a safe town. Like, you would be fine to sleep outside if it wasn't all snowy.
uh,
Unless you
Yeah.
want to pitch a tent. I mean, like, but if you want to sleep on the ground, like, I don't recommend it.
you know,
I mean,
I think other than the weather, you should be fine to do it. But with the snow about, it's probably not the best idea. I know. Normally, my tribe would find a town like this and settle in until at least it warms up a bit more to where we can pitch outside.
your tribe. What tribe would that be?
I'm a Carnovan.
Ah.
We tend to travel around in families, but but I'm a bit away from my family right now, given my duty. I mean, that's how I became, like I was saying earlier, that's how I became Guardian. My name beforehand wasn't Guardian, but it is now.
And do you prefer to go by Guardian or your previous name?
Guardian is fine. I mean, it is as much a duty to my tribe as it is my name. It is.
Well, it's more of a title than a name, but you know, whatever tickles your fancy.
I mean, titles and names are. It is my role. So it is something I'm. If you wish to call me by my title, not by my title, and she kind of like does like little quotation things, like whatever's easier for you, I can give you that.
Well, I don't mind to have a name with a pretty face, not just a title.
I was about to go. This is the first time someone's actually asked Guardian for actual name and not just Guardian.
I value individuality and, you know, identity. What can I say?
Our tribe respects that too, but we do focus more on the family. But but if you wish for my name, it is Azana. I can spell that out for you.
Azaia.
And that reads as Azaya?
Isaiah, yes.
Gotcha.
Or Isaiah Isaiah is more. It depends. I've noticed certain people have different fluctuations with it. That is why we typically stick to titles, because it is more general to. It is more easier for others for identification purposes. That is why we also have these, as she motions to the tattoos on her body. Also help with identification.
I'm familiar. Your tribe is a bit of a rival to my family.
No.
Hmm.
Have my people done something?
Not that sort of rival. More like in the same. We in the same business, I guess. Wasn't that what we did? Never mind. Ignore me.
She just kind of looks at you quizzically.
It's just drunken rambling. Ignore me.
I see.
You should hear what they have to say when they're quite a few drinks in. It is.
Hey, I can hold my drinks very well, okay?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
dare you to match
Sure.
me drink for drink. Elves cannot hold their drink. That's notoriously well known.
I mean, yes, but we have the advantage of a lot of time.
Might need to take up Leo on that bet.
Who's Leo?
Yeah, who is this Leo you speak of?
He is one of our other compatriots. He's typically he would be with us, but fortunately he went to go see family, as he put it. He didn't say where he was going, just to see family.
He's around somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure he will show up when he needs to. But in the meantime, figured to wait and see when he is done with his dealing with his personal matters before we decide on what we wish to do next.
I see.
Well, me and my companion here are kind of in a look for a job, while we have our own personal things to, follow up. Like I said, I'm looking for my sister. I guess if you have a job offering or a place for 2 more, maybe? I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, we are not employers, but we would always. It always is nice to have more hands to help with helping around.
I am good with my hands.
Chewie has something on her that is indicating to you that she has worked for the Guild Traveler Guard before. She's not in uniform.
Good with the spear, then, I imagine.
Just adding that. Yeah.
If the guild travelers we worked with before are any indication.
I mean, unless if our friend, if he takes a while, I'm sure we can probably slip in a small task or find something to do while we wait for him. If there's anything small in town, we might be able to help with.
It's presently midnight.
Oh, it is
You're
midnight?
somewhat drunk. You're at the tavern. You
Okay.
just came back from a long journey from the dungeon. Took a day walking.
Okay, well,
You,
then
Julia,
present
look-
situation.
Whatever you have planned, it sounds like it will need to wait till morning.
yeah,
Maybe
I-
we will
Bart-
meet this mysterious Leo
Barkeep,
you speak of.
Barkeep. She kind of just raises her hands very high and waves them. Like
Shayna sees this and walks
Yeah,
over.
like-
Yes. What
How
can I do
much?
for you?
How much for the room?
Oh. Just a gold piece, please.
And how many people can fit in a room?
The bed's not really wide enough for 2 people, but I suppose you could sleep on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people that well. No. Have you got?
Excuse me.
You and I do not have that relationship. You're not sharing my bed.
If you didn't you not just hear that I don't mind sleeping on the ground?
Shush, let me deal with this. And she turns back to the tiefling woman. Honey, can I have a room? How many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For everyone, please. And she fishes out of nowhere 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
Sebastian just immediately cocks his head.
You may have
Just
a room
stares.
here, but do not call me honey, please. She takes your coins and goes back and fetches some carved wooden, like little, I guess you could imagine them as a carved wooden placard on a string, and they each have numbers on them, and she hands them out to everybody at the table. Indicating the room that they are assigned to.
There. Now I can sleep this off.
If anyone is looking at Acorns, they are staring at Chewie with a cold fury, staring daggers right into them.
Okay.
I mean, are you going to be able to make it to your room just fine without any trouble? You seem to have slight trouble just getting to the table.
Oh yeah? She does a handstand. I'll be just fine. Then she repositions herself upright and gives an innocent, clearly not, grin towards Acarus. Sorry.
Still staring daggers at you.
Alrighty. At this point,
Yep.
the party seems to make their farewells and heads off into the various rooms upstairs that they've been assigned. The night is cold. It's quiet in Baklamel. The sun is completely gone. The moon is high in the sky and full. And morning arrives. It is a new day.
It's a new day, it's a new life.
You all find yourselves in your bunks. I assume Leo ended up sleeping at Auntie's place in his old room.
Yeah, if she let him, you know.
Of course. Definitely.
Leo would show up freshly bandaged. He's a bit cleaner now. Not by much, but you know, cleaner to say the least.
Yeah. And he enters the tavern early morning.
Yep. He just kind of sits in his usual spot.
You notice boot
It
marks
is-
on the table.
God damn it. And he just pulls out a rag and starts wiping it down. Friggin' who the shit? God. Starts speaking random expletives quietly to himself as he wipes the boot marks from the table before he gets his breakfast.
Chorus would be the first to wake up.
Chris, let me describe your room real quick.
Okay.
You find yourself in a relatively cramped room. By today's standards, you would consider it more of a closet. There is the fact that it has a door is something significant at all. The construction of the building is a combination of stick and mud, and the floor under you is a bunch of logs bound together with rope, and you can see little cracks downstairs a bit into the hallway that goes underneath into the back of the building. You don't have any glass. Glass is not really a thing in Zocheclgoth. You do have a wooden port that you can open up to some fresh air. Your bed is consistent of straw as padding with burlap over it as your to keep it all together. There's a small wooden table on the wall next to you, and a candle on that table. Very sparse.
Makes sense.
This is a pretty typical dwelling for Zotian society.
Mm-hmm. Still, tries to be the first one.
Okay.
And tries to find which room Shui has ended up.
To be fair, you probably helped her there because she would be stumbling up the stairs.
Of course.
Hmm.
We'll check on Shui and make sure they are sleeping on the alcohol again.
The morning would find Shui vomiting out of the window with a banging headache.
The snow next to the building is covered in puke, and it's sort of melting from the heat.
Yep, and that's where Acuris finds her, in that state.
What am I going to do with you, Shui?
Get me some water, most likely.
Passes over his water. That help?
Yep, she does indeed gulp down like half of it in one go. And passes it back, wiping her mouth a little with the back of her hand. Right. All set. Did I really just pay for everyone's rooms yesterday?
Yes, and conveniently not telling me you actually had money.
Yeah. I was waiting to start spending on important stuff. I guess that's gone.
Was that really all you had?
Do you think I'll give you an honest answer to that?
I mean, if you don't, I will smack you upside the head again and make sure that pounding headache of yours continues.
By this point, I have an immunity. It's fine. I'm pretty thick-skulled.
Yeah.
If only this fucking sun wouldn't be so bright and didn't hurt my eyes so spikingly. Fuck. Anyway.
Reflecting off the snow directly into your face right now, Shui. It's just at the perfect angle.
Yeah.
This is your own damn doing.
Don't remind me. I need coffee.
I'm not sure, coffee. And he'll just walk out after saying that.
Groaning and muttering and, cursing under her breath, she grumpily joins him downstairs.
You enter downstairs, and you see a bandaged half-elf sitting at the table that you were at last night. The bar is empty. Teblian is nowhere to be seen. It's very quiet downstairs. At like 6 a.m.
You see this bandaged half elf just cursing and wiping off the table. And then he eventually just kind of sits down at it after it's cleaned off.
Bed morning, huh?
Somebody danced on my table, apparently.
Of course, we'll take the opportunity to smack Shui upside the head again.
That wasn't me.
Well,
Are you
it's
sure?
not technically my table. It's, it's Shayna's table. I just kind of, this is my favorite spot and my favorite table. Somebody danced on it, and that's really rude to dance at someone's table for any reason.
I have a distinct.
It was fun, though.
Yep, but that tracks. Is there something you'd like to say, Shui?
No. I'd like to have breakfast and share coffee with a person who's had a bang on the head, apparently. You okay there, bud?
I'm fine.
Teblian walks
Dad
in
does-
carrying a box of something. Oh, hi. Hey, Leo. What's up?
Hey, Deb. Whenever, there's time, I could use a bit of food. And
Yeah, you're here early. Let me go put this away, and I will start making you some eggs. That sound good?
that sounds perfect. This is a dumb question. Do we have coffee?
Sometimes.
Now would be the best time to have coffee, please. I need it for survival reasons.
Teblian looks at Chewie and says, "I'm sorry, but we ran out like a week ago, and we usually don't get any till the snow melts off."
That sounds about right.
The most horrific sound escapes her throat, like she is utterly horrified by the news.
How many
Teblian's
times have I
startled
told?
and almost drops his box. I can make you some tea. It might help.
Tea would
This-
help. Is there any sausage? Like the super greasy kind that I usually get?
Yes, I know the kind. I will make you some.
And
Give
very
2
spicy.
plates, one for this lady here, and another
Ew,
for
do
me.
not
And
call me that. I am
what,
no
lady? Sure, whatever. Sure, whatever. Apologies. Plate for this one, and if you can, let me check something real quick. I forgot to check something because I'm a silly goose.
Okay, Goose.
By now, Sebastian would have been
Okay,
coming downstairs.
Leo will kind of, head over, tab, pull out 3 gold. There, that should pay for everybody, I think. If you need more, let me know.
Yeah. It's
Yep, I
fine.
don't have any
I'm
money.
just-
That's very kind.
I'm just gonna make breakfast for everyone. I see your other friend is coming down, and yeah, you know what? Coffee, tea, sausage, eggs. Well, we don't have coffee for everyone. And so just kind of shrugs and goes back to the kitchen and starts making some food.
Sebastian would have
bud.
come down to the sound of the horrific screeching. someone getting murdered down here.
No.
Not yet.
Have coffee. Can you believe that?
How many times have I told you to have your own
is
coffee?
Seasonal. Coffee's seasonal.
I've told them multiple times to keep coffee on them if they actually want to have coffee.
Do you know how expensive that shit is?
Not incredibly. Like you can get 2 pounds for a gold piece.
Well,
Might be
I am
exaggerating a little
broke.
bit.
I am broke and have no money, so
Well, if you happen to be broke, my friends and I are extending our hands into a brilliant new business venture if you happen to be interested.
I am.
Great. We just gotta find 2 orcs and a kobold, and then do some other business around town, and I guess we'll figure it out from there.
What's the business?
We're thinking about setting up sort of a hunting lodge. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, you're a hunter.
It is one thing I am good at.
And do you tend to hunt beasts or people by any chance?
Leo just kind of contemplates.
Teb shouts from the kitchen, I saw him kill a man once.
There's your answer. Both. That was the one I was hoping for. Both. But only if the human individual deserves it.
That makes sense.
Seems kind of racist if you only kill humans.
I don't only kill humans. It just happens to be that humans are the ones who happen to have a problem with me recently.
I don't.
And if you, well, then I guess you're just happen to be a decent human, then, wouldn't you?
Are you a decent non-human? Elf? Half-elf?
Don't bring that in here, please. Don't. Just don't.
You started it.
You asked if I hunted people, and the answer is technically yes.
Okay, here's another question for you then. Do you always just kill the people you look for, or are you good at locating people that have gone missing, or that I might?
It's been a while. I haven't had to track anyone down in a while.
Teb brings
Probably
out a tray
about
of
2 years.
mugs full of steaming hot tea, sets them down on the table, goes, Leo, you saved me from a dungeon like a week ago.
Yeah, but
I almost died.
that was the proper tracking of people.
Oh,
Thankfully,
I'm not with
this
proper
one
tracking, and he just kind of walks off.
not you. I wasn't talking about you, Tab. I was talking about the people who took you. They were freaking morons and didn't cover their tracks properly. It was they practically gift wrapped you.
Well, I helped.
Well, of course you did. I know. And hey, at least you're alive. And not, missing a limb.
Yeah, he scratches his head.
Meanwhile, Shui unceremoniously just stuffs her face with the snacks and breakfast and just gulps down the scorching tea.
You feel slightly more awake, but definitely more full, and your stomach is no longer bothering you so much from the puke.
Yep.
Best cure for a hangover. Greasy breakfast.
You seem knowledgeable about that.
I've had my moments.
I think I like you too.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Is Guardian still slumbering?
I didn't realize I was muted. No, Guardian wouldn't have been up. She's probably just tending to the thing in her bag.
Yeah, it's still in her room though.
Ooh,
Yeah.
secret. What's in your bag?
Not there.
You're downstairs
Secrets.
at a table. She's up in her room.
Anyways, Sebastian, did you... I hear an echo. It's weird. Did you meet these two last night?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Guardian and I both.
Cool.
Well, these
Did
have a
you-
name.
Yes, I will learn those shortly. I'm in the middle of a conversation with my friend. Just give me a moment and I'll get back to you. Did you happen to did you or Guardian happen to get a trail on the other two that are currently missing employment?
Not a very specific one.
Ah, gotcha.
They've been seen around town. That's about all we know at this point.
I guess we'll just have to track them down on that end then. We'll take care of that later, I guess. Did you guys feed a rug?
A rug was left at the smoldering smoke with the sisters.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where he got left, but you know, if
Sure.
he's there, he
I'm
he
sure the
should be fed.
sisters. Yeah, I'm sure the sisters made sure he's fed.
I'm pretty sure the sisters will take damn good care of him. Honestly, they're
They're good people.
they're familiar.
Would it be?
Yeah, they're
Would it be
they're
a
good.
good idea to go check on how that's going?
Sure. I was thinking we could head there little while after breakfast, say in like 3 hours. The shop will be open then, and everything should have been, you know, settled at their place.
Of course.
And yeah, we'll have in the meantime, I think we should see if we can track down the orc and the kobold. I don't know. I never caught their names, honestly. But we could at least track them down and say, hey, so got some work for you, sort of a thing. They're, you know, lost little stray puppies right now, so, you know, gotta give them a yard to run in. I know that sounds mildly insensitive, but I mean, we look at a rug and look at those two. I mean, are they not lost puppies?
Shui and Arcturus, neither of you know who these two are. You haven't seen them before.
Why are you calling me a lost puppy?
I'm not talking about you two. I'm talking about some people we met recently that are not you. You two are obviously not lost puppies, or else you wouldn't be sitting here in a tavern.
I mean, you never know. I'm sure lost puppies have found their way inside a tavern somehow before.
Oh, of course they have. I mean, they obviously have found their way here, so, you know.
Irrelevant. Mind filling us in? Because we're kind of curious what's going on. If there's anything we can help you with.
So this was something, I think Guardian was the one who kind of thought of the idea, or was it you, Sebastian?
I don't remember.
Anyways, so what we're thinking is we, found this hole in the ground, and it's not really being used for anything crazy right now. And it might be useful to have some people out here and there. We could keep some of the sections locked off so that people don't go wandering too far. And we were thinking basically about setting up a hunter's lodge sort of a thing.
In a hole.
Hunters.
In the ground.
A very nice, warm hole in the ground, yes. The nicest hole that many of us haven't seen in a while.
A hole
It'd
in
be,
the ground. For a hunter's lodge.
Yeah.
A hole.
I mean, look at this place. It's already in the ground. I mean, we're just using the resources that are around,
Well, okay. Who am I to judge? Sure, yeah.
I mean, technically you don't have a right to judge.
That's what I said, yeah.
But basically what we're thinking is, because Baklamel is pretty, a good middle point, we could set up a little hunter's lodge for any hunters that need to go out and collect food. We can have them do some butchering of anything they pick up. They can pay for a spot to sleep. It won't be expensive, obviously, but hunting around this area is pretty good, and it's a day out of town, so that'll make things easier for hunters if they if they need some space, or people just happen to get lost and we need people to go out there. There's a good spot to have a little base sort of a thing.
I mean, I don't see what terrible idea.
I mean, that's kind of the thought process we were thinking, It'd be a handy little spot to have, and we don't have to do a lot of work on it. All we have to do is just fill it with stuff, and bam, hunter's lodge.
Have
And
you
it's even got a pool for fresh water. That's a handy thing to have.
Oh, now that's something I will enjoy indeed.
This water is not for bathing. I don't think. Didn't look. I might have to do some work on the water too, but it's got a water supply.
You have me curious.
Also, the river right nearby. That's always a handy thing.
Okay, so potentially a bath could be made for sure. That's great.
Maybe. Hunters don't normally need baths when they're out there, but
I don't think a hunter would refuse a nice bath.
Yeah, if you don't need a bath, I don't know how you do leatherworking, because tanning skins requires a lot of boiling water to happen.
Yeah, well, that's true. And also, I don't do a lot of leatherworking. Kind of hard to do.
You're a hunter. That's weird.
Leo lifts up one corner of the shoulder of the cloak that he's wearing, and there's no arm. He has no left arm.
Oh. Yeah, that's... You know what? Hats off to you, because I did not notice that. And also, you are incredibly fucked up, sir. Your head, your hand. You okay there, bud? You sure you're okay?
I wasn't okay when I got back here. I am okay now.
The fuck
Ish.
happened?
I'm adapting. Short version, kidnapped by a racist cult, and they decided at some times it would be fun to torture me and nearly killed me, and then one day they threw me into a pit when they assumed I was dead. A bunch of people came in, killed a bunch of them, and then I stabbed the leader in the back of the neck. And then they helped me get home after showing me some stuff.
The moment you say the word cult, Shui's expression becomes very serious, and you get the sense she's a bit of a chaos agent and a mischievous sort of soul most of the time.
Sure.
But yeah, the moment you mention a cult, she gets deathly serious in her face. What sort of cult? She asks.
I mean, the one that dealt with me, or the one that we dealt with recently?
There's two separate cults.
Yes,
Well, it's a
and
dead
no.
cult. A dead cult now. Mostly. Or at least we think.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So, the one we dealt with here, they're all dead, obviously. The ones that kidnapped me, as far as I know, they're all dead. If there are any alive, I mean, hats off to them for, surviving. But besides that, I don't know. But, yeah, we're dealing with that, recently. And they seem to have different sects split off in different areas. I think one of them right now is in Corvier. Sorry, I need to check the spelling so I can say that right. Aronia, that's the one.
So you know that there is a sect of a cult in Aronia that you haven't... Okay.
Well, I mean, it's like, what? 2 weeks to get there right now? Before the snow thaws? I might get my time. I might have my...
It's about 6 days in good weather. In the snow, it's about... What is time and a half? 9 days.
It's like almost... It's an almost 2-week trip there with what we got outside right now.
Do you... What can you tell me about the cult?
Sebastian?
Yeah, like...
I
Well,
know almost nothing except the
Then
second the word cult is mentioned, everything dies.
and they don't seem to take too kindly to, well, anyone who's not human. At least the higher ups in their order seem not to.
So you don't know what sort of like worship they have, their goal, nothing like that?
It's a bit convoluted. I guess I might as well. Sebastian will take out his notes to the drawing of the symbol.
Okay.
It's like, well, for the most part, we know something about it is connected to this. I'm not sure if this may be familiar to you or not.
Is she familiar with a symbol, being an acolyte herself in her studies and, being of religious background?
One moment, and no.
Oof.
Let's see. Is it? Put it in the lore thing. Okay, you know the lore doc? If you don't have it,
Yeah.
you can send it to you, but it's the symbol at the bottom of it.
Gotcha.
But no, Shui is not familiar with it.
Okay. She kind of looks at it. Do you mind if I copy this for my own notes?
Not at all.
And she just does like a sketch and a drawing of the same symbol into her own notes, and just to have a copy. Yeah, no, I don't.
Well, I don't recall if I've even actually gone into detail about it with anyone, but from what I know and have been able to cross-reference, it seems to be some sort of modification of chaos symbol. There's not a whole lot that I know of regarding chaos magic, but from what I can infer, it seems, well, to me it seems it could have fairly dangerous implications.
I assume so, considering they kill anyone who is not of a human heritage.
Pretty much. That's the way
Yeah.
it's been for all the ones that we've experienced. It's either kill or subjugate.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. As a lot of people have told me, I am lucky. Teb just happened to be luckier because we got there before they got to him. They would have either done what they did to me or tortured him. Or, brainwashed him, which they were pretty close to doing from what we saw. Ooh, damn.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, we're right now we're besides waiting for Guardian, but we're hoping to get the trio that we found down at the with the cult. We're hoping to get them set on a better life path, if you will.
Why not help them join the Hunters Guild or whatever you're trying to build and train them so they...
That is the plan. We're gonna be worst case, we get them jobs in town temporarily so that they can figure out how to do stuff. I think we'll send one of them to pick up some skills at the butcher shop, which I think there's somebody who does the butchering around here. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
At least get one of them on the basics. We got a rug who will be the manager of the whole place. He'll I guess not run it into the ground any further than it already is. And then we got the other one. The other one, I guess, can work as muscle, maybe. And we'll work stuff from there. It's a real interesting place, and we haven't fully explored it all yet. And if worst comes to worst, and I don't know, these old ones or something come looking and somehow bring an army to Baklamel, we can have the city evacuate there.
You speak about the place like it's humongous.
It's fairly big. If sorry, excuse me. If we squeezed everyone in there, it could hold like a good 300 people if we squeeze real tight.
So you want to claim it? Holy shit!
I mean,
Okay.
it is claimed. It's ours.
Yeah, I mean,
We took
no,
it.
yeah, I just realized the scope of it is all.
Well, I will say, the cave can fit like 50 people tops, maybe. If they're like, again, it probably closer to like 80, maybe. It's a fairly big cavern. And then there's the underground space where the cult was, hanging out, and they that space is, oof, there's a bit of a section that we haven't completely explored yet.
That sounds wonderful. I'm sure there's a bunch of secrets and possibly treasures you can uncover and use to, start this guild project you have. I'm sure Acarus shares my opinion, would love to participate on that. It sounds like a wonderful opportunity.
I mean, sure. First, we haven't really told many people about it yet. We're gonna be, we gotta take the time to set it up,
Sure. First explore, make sure it's safe, and then after bring people in and start working or whatever.
After we killed all the giant, we took care of the giant rats and the giant spiders, so it should be okay, or at least for now.
Well, didn't you say you didn't explore it fully? So, like, until you do, you can't know for sure, right?
Well, yeah, of course, that's what I mean. What is currently available is safe. What we know is there. There's a certain point that we haven't explored beyond yet, but beyond that, before that point, everything is fine. But,
okay.
Yeah, and we'll figure things out as we go along. New business ventures aren't exactly stable right off the bat. And it's not like we're expecting to make money off of this, It's more of just like, hey, look, here's an idea. Maybe it can make some, money in a way.
Makes sense.
But yeah, after the cleanup and everything, everything should be fine. The biggest issue is going to be that spider, though.
What do you mean, spider?
So when we were down there was a big ass spider, like gigantic fuck off spider. It was terrifying, to say the least. And it's really big, it's really heavy, and it's starting to by now it's starting to smell funny. It's been like 2 days since it died, so it's definitely starting to smell kind of funny right now.
Why not just hack it up and carry it in pieces?
That is what I was planning on. Or, well, I was planning on doing eventually.
Sounds like a lot
I said,
more.
yeah, it will be. But we gotta clean it up, test the waters, see how how we can make it work. And yeah. First, we gotta find our employees, of course. Future employees.
Well, you got 2 potential recruits, I guess. Me and this Killjoy. Elbows Agroris again.
Can you stop
Yeah.
elbowing me?
Maybe if you ask nicely.
Yeah, last time I asked nicely, you didn't stop.
So, Killjoy and Party, what are your actual names?
Oh! I mean, that's pretty accurate. Name's Shui, and he is Acorus.
He it's subtle, but Lito's kind of side-eyeing Acorus, just like, with his one eye just kind of,
Can I insight check that? What sort of side eye is it? Like, are you...
Sure, go ahead, if you wanna.
Pain of being the responsible one for this idiot over here points at Dewey.
I'm not an idiot. I'm smarter than you, clearly.
And yet you thought dancing on... Well, first things first. I'm going to hazard a guess and say that your name is Leo.
Yeah, that would be me. Leo Rojar at your service. Everyone just calls me Leo, cause that's easier.
Fair enough.
I grew up around here, and the city's my home. Anybody who shits in my home is gonna get the short end of the stick, believe me.
Well, getting back to my point, was it really a bright idea, Shui, to dance on Leo's table?
I thought it was you.
If it wasn't clear enough, I have to smack them upside the head quite a few times a day to get them to at least do anything.
Sounds
And
about
apparently wants to challenge you in a drinking contest.
right. I don't do those anymore.
I do not want to challenge anyone. Because I know I'll be the victor. I'm just saying...
That's not what you
Also,
said last night.
Also, Chewy, for your insight check, the side eye is the typical mild half elf disdain that comes from being both a half elf and the downwards directions that elves look down at half elves with, and the disdain that half elves give elves because of that.
Okay, I got you. So it's more of like, are you gonna give me trouble? Am I gonna give you trouble? Let's see how we vibe, essentially.
Yes, pretty much. He has a similar. You probably noticed it earlier. It was similar to you.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Leo's probably only gotten along with a handful of humans in his life.
Makes sense.
Does.
One of them happens to be at the table right now.
Good old Sebastian.
Necessary.
But yeah. Guardian, breakfast.
Yeah, sure. Can I come over?
Of course.
So, since three of us are here, and now we have two new compatriots with us, I figure Trisha will probably be along at some point. She tends to show up when the whim decides upon her.
Sounds
and,
like
I
my
figured,
person.
yeah, she's a bitch. Anyways, I figured the three of us should at least discover our paths for the day.
All
Tibium
right.
walks over with a plate of food, slaps, puts his hand on Guardian's back, says, like on the shoulder, and says, "You saved my life, Guardian. Of course you can have breakfast."
Let's see.
I can save your life too. I can have breakfast for free, right? Wink, wink.
I already paid for your breakfast.
I am thinking of the future, my guy. Think ahead.
And currently you don't have a future to think of yet.
Excuse me, I have a bright future ahead of me.
We all do if this idea gets off the ground.
Should. I have faith.
But yeah, so Sebastian, Guardian, what are you guys thinking? We already know where Arug is. He's with the sisters, and he should be fine. We gotta find that kobold and that other orc that we kind of sent here. They shouldn't be far, to be completely honest. All we gotta do is say, hey, we're looking for orcs that aren't the sister. Or that aren't, the twins.
Yeah, I just certainly hope they haven't gotten themselves in any kind of trouble or anything.
Hopefully our kobold
That's,
friend isn't not trying to reform the Baclamill Bashers.
Man,
well, he wasn't part of that crew, thankfully.
He wasn't cool enough.
Sad.
I mean, he's plenty cool from what we managed to figure out. But I figured if we managed to get the two of them some jobs in town, at least temporarily, they can pick up skills that'll be handy at the lodge. So, and we can have a rug, manage the space. And he kind of looks at Guardian and Sebastian like, you know what I mean? Like the space itself. And I figure we take some time, clean it out at least a little bit, and when we have time, I think it might be a smart decision to head towards Aronia at some point.
I definitely agree.
But if I'm thinking right about this, we got another month maybe before the snow melts.
Indeed.
And then, hunting season will basically be on at that point. About how far out is spring?
You are correct. About a month.
Yeah, so not like it's gonna take us that long to properly set it up. But, if we have a rug and these two's help, cleaning it out will be easy enough, and setting it up to be, manageable will be fine. But the other two are the problem, in my opinion. And I mean problem in a general sense, not like they're going to be active problems. I just think that we need them to pick up some tricks so that they can, do actual...
If you need to train them in discipline or self-defense, I can help with that. I know quite a bit.
they're pretty good at that already. The one orc was he was physically fit. He both him or Urug would be great at bodyguard duty if you really want to get down to it. And the biggest problem was the kobold. The kobold was still kind of culty in the head, and hasn't fully abandoned it. But
I have experience talking to people of various faiths. Let's just say I trained in a monastery for some time. And
they are also incredibly depressed, so giving them a life to look forward to is something that they should at least turn their lives around for.
Kobolds work best in a community. Being alone is the worst it can be right now.
Yeah, I think we told them to wait, but I guess they just decided to head here before we did. So we're a day behind them, but it's only a day.
I'd like to speak.
With any luck, it should. Sure. I mean, if we can find them, we can bring them both here. I mean, unless anybody else has anything else that they think we need to do right now, I guess.
And I mean, nothing comes to mind, unfortunately.
Great.
I guess our work's ahead of us. We find a few missing people, get them to vibe check, and then find them work or give them work.
Mostly the first one, leaning towards the second half of that. We're probably gonna have to find them actual work and then convince them to do it and stuff like that. It'll take us some time.
They're already kind of adapted to you. Why not just have them work on repairs, tidy up the place where you want to have.
Because we need them here to learn the work that they're going to need for there.
You're overthinking this, I think. What's there to learn? If they're already good bodyguards, then they can guard the place. If they're not, and they need to be taught.
We don't need bodyguards for the place. It'll guard itself at a certain point. We got a rug and the other gentleman. They'll both be good for that. We need somebody who will actually do work.
Fair enough.
Yeah, imagine having to clean the home of your abusive parents after, some people killed them for you.
Unless you set it up right in a therapeutic sort of face your demons sort of way.
We don't need to. We'll worry about that later. Right now, we need to find them life. Currently, they don't have a life. We need to find them life.
So, give them...
Makes sense?
It does. I'm just pointing out that maybe it will be easier to give them an adjacent sort of life with something familiar, like the place where they spent it, except make it their own. And
that's what we're planning on doing.
Yeah.
We just need to wait until they pick up some actual skills first.
Sure.
I mean, sure. Fighting and, killing, that's its own skill. But that's not the skill that they need, we have to find them, figure out what they're good at, and if there's anything they need, we could, pick them up some, like I was saying, I don't know if either one of them is good at butchering animals that, is fresh from a hunt,
Well, by the looks of it, it's
I mean,
best to
I
ask
can
them.
do that easy enough. It's not like it's hard, but, does take some skill.
Didn't you say you don't know how to do, tanning and leatherworking?
Well, I can't do it. I
But-
can remove pelt from a wolf, but I can't turn the pelt into like a full, pelt itself.
Fair enough.
Tiblian walks by, you all chatting, and is holding a fishing rod and is just kind of nods to Leo and heads out the door. Shayna has
Hey,
showed up and is at the bar now to take over.
Hey, Ted, before you go, real quick. The orc and the kobold from, the place, do you happen to know where they went off to at all?
I don't. They were here yesterday getting some food. I don't think they had any interest in leaving town, but yeah, they're around somewhere.
Great, thanks. Just wanted to check. Have a good fish.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah, need to get supplies. Ingredients for dinner. For the tavern.
Good hunting or fishing.
Thanks. And he goes out onto the porch and walks down. Into the snow.
Shui kind of stands up, stretching and arching her back a little. I guess
It's not exactly what you would call the hunting type. You were saying? Sorry.
No, it's alright. It's okay. I just had to focus for a minute. So I guess should we get going? Talking won't find our the people we're looking for.
Yeah. I figure one of us could take you two to the Smolder and Smoke and chat it up with Arug for a little while and tell him what we're thinking about and see if they made any progress on the project we dropped in their laps.
I was going to say we should check on that as well.
Yeah.
See how that's going.
With any luck, we'll have a fourth employee. And, I mean, I can go alone or I can, take someone with me, but, I figure, I'm good at it, but, it might be smart to, look for the other two while we're still in town.
Dean.
And, who wants what job, I guess?
That is a good question.
Assuming that the party is heading out now.
Yeah, I guess we're deciding on which directions we're all taking. We can all go as a group if you really want to. Or we can, split it up for a short bit.
Yep.
It's a small town-ish, kind of, like, physically able to walk around it.
I mean, you know what? Let's just all go to the smolder and smoke. We'll actually, let's look around the town a little bit and see if we can find them. We're on our way to the smolder and smoke. How does that sound? And then if we don't find them before we get there, then we can look for them afterwards.
Probably a good idea.
Great. We'll take the long way. How does that sound?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Lead the
All
way.
right, cool. All right. Leo will lead them the long way around Baklamel, starting from the tavern to basically headed up to like the upper side, and then like headed down the main street to the smolder and smoke.
All the way through, Shui would keep an eye out for a kobold.
Just checking, because I'm looking at the map right now. So your plan is to go up to the right, down that street, and you're taking the rightward street across the party hall. And then down, so where South Town is on the map, you're taking that street where South Town is?
Yes. We're going right down and then towards the party house, and then down and around and kind of up and back towards the blacksmithy.
Okay, so you're not going on the outside of town, you're just taking the rightward streets around to the smithy.
Yeah, the long way.
Got it. Okay. It matters, so I'm just making sure.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I did a little bit of forgetty on where some things are, but it's fine.
It's fine. I did post the map in this chat a little higher up.
Yeah, I had to look for it, and I was like, oh, yep, nope, there's where we're going.
Cool. I got it. So the town.
That's the party house is where a lot of people gather, so you know.
Yeah.
Might as well check there first.
Alright, so the group steps out onto the porch, and it's a nice crisp morning. You can actually see Teblian from here. He's down, or he's upriver, and is on the dog bridge, and is fishing from there. He's found a nice hole in the ice, and he's just kind of doing his thing. As you walk by, you take a right and end up on the main road that heads into Baklamel, and you just kind of follow it down. As you're walking, you're taking a left and then ending up on the street where the party hall is. Big old building. A party hall, as a refresher, is a building common in Zotian society, in where anyone and anything is welcome in there. Many people take refuge in bad weather there. It can be a communal place for weddings and celebrations and anything like that. In a real world sense, imagine the size of about a gymnasium, where they might have basketball or something like that. In the corner of this building is a small library with some scrolls and books. To the right are various tables and stuff like that. The floor is wooden, but it's pitted to hell, and lots of different things have been through there, maybe even some small carts and livestock, who knows, but yeah, that is a party hall. Also, in reference to IRL, it takes the place of a lot of monasteries and churches in historical towns.
Nice.
Party, you're in front of the party hall. What do you want to do?
Party.
Look around for the orc and the kobold first, I guess, and
Okay.
if we see them, great, you know.
Cool. You open up the door. Excuse me, I had a burp. And anyway, you enter the party hall, and it's pretty quiet in there. There's a couple people, just sort of reading over in the corner. And there's someone sitting in the sun over at that table that you saw people arm wrestling at, sipping some tea.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
the old guy's very
on the way here. On the way here, did we happen to like catch eyes with them?
With who? With the kobold?
Yeah, the orc or the kobold.
No, I would let you.
Leah's
know
been.
If you, I would let you know if you did.
Okay. Are they anywhere around the party hall?
No. But you can certainly ask
Yeah,
What's
Leah
up,
would.
Ellis?
The the group sees Shoei kind of walk away from the group, and there's a group of people sitting at the chairs reading, and this redhead walks over and just kind of startles them as they're reading. Oh, hi. What can we do for you, miss?
You don't happen to notice a kobold around here, have you?
Oh, this morning there was a kobold and an orc when I came in here. I think they slept here last night.
Okay, are they still around? Do you guys know?
No idea. They left like a half hour ago. I'm sorry.
Do you know
Do you know which way they went?
Yeah.
I think they mentioned
That.
something about the river. I'm not sure.
To the dog bridge!
Sure, let's go find those two.
Okay. And they go back to reading.
We. Thank you, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Shui just spins on her heels and just beelines towards the door.
Nice echoes as she's making her way out.
Yeah, of course we'll follow Shui. Keep up.
So you're heading back up towards Dogbridge? I heard something about Dogbridge.
Yeah, might as well, real quick. Go and find those two. I mean, we still have time, I guess.
So you...
It's only like 8 or 9, isn't it?
Yeah. So you come back...
Okay.
You come back the way you came. Teblian's on the bridge. You don't see a kobold or an orc anywhere.
We don't see them upriver, downriver.
You can only see part of the river because of the buildings block the river, and it curves away from the town.
And we don't see them in the opposite direction.
You are welcome to walk along
northward.
the river. Like, you can't see the river that is next to the town completely from Dogbridge, at least where you're standing. You are at the entrance to the Dogbridge.
I mean... yeah, let's... Are there, like, any cracks that look, orcish or kobold as we were, like, headed out of town?
Just
headed towards the bridge?
Going up the bridge. He notices this ragtag group of people and realizes that it's Leo and his friends. Leo, what are you doing?
Apparently we heard they came this way. I don't know.
Who? Oh, the kobold.
The orc and the... Yeah.
He points just straight. He's like sitting on the edge of the bridge. I see them right here. Come look.
Leo will like, just wait here. Kind of jog up. For a guy who's been real screwed up, he's fairly light on his feet, even in the deep snow.
Yeah. You see, he's like, hey Leo, look right over there.
Hey.
You see across, kind of past where your auntie's place is. You see a red speck.
Do I see the red speck?
You do. So just in reference to the map, on the left side, where those buildings kind of curve around, facing the bottom left of the. I wish I could just like double tap it. We'll work on this. And
I think I know about where you're talking about.
there's like a clearing basically next to a bunch of buildings that are curved around, and then the river's there. It's like where the town ends.
Mm-hmm.
You see in the middle of that, it's just this big
All
open
right.
field covered in snow, and you see a kobold and an orc throwing snow at each other.
They're having a snowball fight?
They're having a snowball fight.
Oh, I wish I could be mad. I really do, but I can't. I like whistle and call them over.
Yeah, they're way too
and
far
start
away.
like
You had to like squint to see them. Like it's a distance. You're gonna have to go.
yeah.
Well, it seems
Yeah.
they are
No,
most
he
definitely
does that to the
enjoying
part.
most definitely enjoying their newfound freedom.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Like Leo was calling to the party and just like pointing to where they are, and starts headed off that way.
Fair enough. So you trudge back down on the
Uh,
riverbank. Go ahead.
Leo will like start to keep like his distance when they get close to him, just to like have a moment.
Yeah, I got you. So the party begins trudging along the riverbank. The snow crunches under your feet. The ice of the river begins to... It's not just flowing under it, certain chunks are sort of falling away. Winter is clearly going to be ending at some point soon. And as you're walking along the buildings, you stop at the last one, little L-shaped building, and you all just kind of peek around the corner, Scooby-Doo style. And you see... You see this kobold.
The last one was Shirsha.
Yeah, this kobold and this orc, just like laughing and tossing just piles of snow at each other. Sometimes it's in ball form. Sometimes the orc just like lifts up with two hands a giant thing of snow and dumps it on the orc.
On the kobold.
I mean the kobold. Sorry, my bad. I have to.
I mean, the kobold could definitely throw like piles if he wants to.
No, I literally had the visual in my head. It's just I have dyslexia and sometimes it bites me. So.
It's okay. It's fun. Yeah, this is great. The two new people, you kind of see like Leo just kind of like smile, and as like the smile curls up, like his mouth starts splitting as it like that scar on his face will actually start opening up.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely healed, by the way. It just healed that way apparently, and then he'll like like kind of get back into a more stoic-y face. Right, so I mean, at least they're having a good time.
Really
Oh,
want
hey, my
oil
auntie's
that?
house is right around the corner from here. Oh.
Should we go join them? Come on. And Shui just without thinking starts walking up to them.
I'm gonna stay here and wait.
How far away are they?
A good 30 feet.
10
meters.
Hey guys! Shouting.
Can I throw a snowball at them?
You can certainly try.
A random dude out of nowhere throws a snowball at you. How are you gonna do?
I want to join.
Give me a athletics or acrobatics check. It's up to you.
Throw snowball, roll initiative.
Oh no.
I've
boy.
done that before, by the way. Snowball fight with
Acrobatics is
initiative.
the better option.
I'm so sad I don't have deflect missiles to catch that snowball before it hits them.
13.
For sure, I see it. So the elf peeks around the corner, packs up a nice snowball, and tosses it over. It lands at the feet of the kobold, and at the voice of Shui walking over and the appearance of her, they both stop and immediately put their hands down by their sides and just look over. They seem to be afraid and like they're in trouble.
You guys look like you're having fun. Mind if I join?
Sure. Why not? And they sort of back up. The kobold picks up some snow and tosses it at you. The orc is a bit unsure, but is like trying to be ready for it.
Shui willingly takes it full in the face. And the moment it hits, she's going to lean back and fall prone on her back, giggling, and starts making snow angels.
Nice. The orc, it looks shocked and concerned, then relieved, and then just kind of laughs and throws another at the kobold. Rest of the party, what do you want to do?
If I was to use Mage Hand, would that give me a distance advantage on checking a snowball?
Sure.
Come out!
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Incoming!
Mage Hand, chuck a snowball.
Yeah, roll acrobatics or athletics with advantage.
Alright. Which one am I better at? Let's do this.
The mage
17.
hand really helps you out. So you make it. You reach down with your handies and you make a snowball, and there's like this ghosty shadow around your hand as you toss it. This snowball lands directly in the neck of the orc, and it's going down his neck, and he's like trying to reach back and like get it out of his neck, and he's like kind of freaking out.
I like this game.
It's a good game.
It's a good time.
It's a good game. Let's bully these people who had a traumatic experience by chucking snowballs at them out of hiding spots so they don't see us.
With humans, by the way.
That is why they were afraid at first.
Yeah.
Guardian, what's up with you?
I think for the most part, I think for the most part, she's just kind of watching this kind of go down.
Are you still Scooby Dude?
Well, I mean, if everyone makes it known, she'll make her presence known. She's just kind of watching, just kind of
Like the mom watching the kids play.
pretty much.
Just sitting there at the door, arms crossed, just watching. Just silly kids.
The group ensues in just a mix of throwing snow and rolling around in it, making snow angels, just having a good time. Then all of a sudden, you see a look of recognition on the orc's face. They realize who the people they are that they're playing with, It's the people that save them. It's the ones who gave them a task and a new duty in life. Immediately, the orc stops and stands up straight, and then bends over directly at the waist, bowing with arms to the side. It is you. I am doing as you asked. Are you pleased?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is the problem that we're having now. There it is. I was waiting for that. Guardian, do you want to take this one?
I mean,
Or do you want to have, like, Sebastian do it?
Why me?
I mean,
Leo just kind of looks at you incredulously, like, really?
Seeing the people who saved these people in hesitation at like this, display from the orc, she kind of sits up from her snow angel making. My name is Shui. What's your name?
Still bowed over.
Uh-oh.
The orc says, "Yeah." The orc says, "I do not have a name."
Well, everyone does. What would you like to be called?
I am not allowed to make that decision.
Yes, you are, because right now I'm asking you.
Cardigan kind of places his hand on his shoulder. It's just like that. I'm going to tell you right now. He's going to keep going in circles with it.
She kind of puts her hand up.
They both will.
She kind of puts her hand up, like, give her a moment. I got this, in sort of way. And then addresses the orc again, and goes, "So, what happened to you?"
I was liberated from my bad home, and I am here in good home now, making snow.
Do you like it here?
Yes, I had beer last night.
What's your favorite thing about your new life?
I get sleep wherever I want.
Yeah, Leo nods at that, like, yeah. Mind you, Leo's kind of behind, like, the wall.
Would you like a name, friend?
It hasn't been necessary.
Well, now that your new life started, you need to mark it somehow, don't you think? And a name to go with a new life is a good starting point.
The orc stands up, or like, stands up straight. Just kind of looks puzzled, scratches his chin. I don't know. I like being no name.
Shui stands up, reaches into her, reaches up and takes a necklace that she has on her neck, which is mostly like bones and of like different creatures and claws and that sort of thing and teeth. Takes it off and approaches the orc. And then this is something I'd like to give you, because you get to have a new life with new possibilities, and I'd like this to be a token that symbolizes that to you. Whenever you think of what your previous life was like, I'd like you to look at this and think of, instead of what was, or what it is to be ahead. And if you want help, the people who saved you have an idea on how to help you lead this future life. And personally, I'd like to give another gift to you. And in Sylvan, she will say one word, which, like, translated to common, it would be freedom.
Okay.
And she would say that this is now your name. And whenever people ask you for one, you can give them this one.
Thank you for the gifts. He tries to put on the necklace. It don't fit. He looks at
It
his
don't
wrist.
fit. It's more of a bracelet for him.
I was about to say it. He
Yeah.
he looks at his wrist, puts it on, and it fits perfectly on his wrist. It's good.
Yeah.
And holds it out for you, proud to see.
There. Sometimes people need a little nudge to go the way they need to go.
You said saviors had duty. He bows again. I am ready for duty.
Not duty, help.
He's in duty.
Bracket Ralph. No.
Sorry, I didn't hear your last thing.
Leo will come around the corner and just be like, so, we kind of got an idea for if basically is what, Shears is trying to get at. We have an idea. We were thinking, while we're in town for a while, we would help you guys, at least the two of you, get new jobs and at least a space to stay for a little while. We got to do some work back in the cave we found you guys in, and basically we want we found another one of you. You might know him as Station Captain.
Station
And he's
Captain.
talking to both
the
the
kobold speaks up. Station Captain. He's nice.
Yeah, he's a great guy. His new name is Arug, and
Rug?
we figured, yes, Arug.
I was going to ask about that. Rug as in carpet.
No, as in free in Orcish.
Ah. So you and I had the same idea, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck that word was, but you might want to try to find something a little simpler. Anyways,
It's the same word.
yes, Urug.
Just different language.
Yes, Urug. So we were thinking if we can get you guys a little bit of work in town. We're planning on cleaning out the space with Station Captain, and we were going to let you guys help people from the cave. We think it would be a great spot for a hunting lodge, if you understand what that means.
A guild.
Less a guild, more of like a lodge. There's no need to start up a guild.
Why not?
Kobold just keeps repeating lodge. 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 Lodge.
In Draconic,
yes,
Shui will clarify.
A lodge.
yes, a lodge. Leo will like It's
don't know what a mot
in
is.
Draconic also. Leo will explain in Draconic, at least for like a portion of it. A lodge is a place where people who have to out in the wilds a lot sleep and rest and have work done. They need, a space to properly settle down before and after they go hunting. And then he like switches kind of back to common because the kobold can understand common, right?
Yes, and their draconic isn't very good. They were raised by humans.
Yeah, so it's only natural. But he explains the small version in like short words to the kobold in draconic,
Yeah,
but
they
like
can
then
understand that.
switches obviously. Yeah.
We know
And,
they understand food in Draconic.
Yeah, well, I mean, this will be a great way for you guys to go both get some money, get some food, and have a life. And you guys will have a free place to sleep, and it would be in the remnants of your bad home, but it won't be that anymore. It'll be a new home for everyone, not just you all. It'll
It's
be
never had money.
if things go well, we'll be able to make plenty of money. You guys will be able to eat 5 meals a day.
That's more than 3.
I mean,
Yes, it is.
3. The only thing that's more than 5 is 6. 6 meals a day.
Could I have 6?
If you want.
Feel greedy. I shouldn't. What about other kobold? They might need food.
3 months later, the
Uh,
kobold is just one big chubby sausage.
I'm turning the kobolds into halflings. If another kobold is around, you can help them out, give them a home, a place to stay, a place to sleep. It'll be once you guys are practiced enough, you can teach them how to properly butcher animals so that the hunters, can take their meat and, exchange their pelts and everything.
I love meat. I lost my knife, but I love meat.
I mean, everybody loves meat. I mean, meat's delicious.
Would
can
you
only
like a
imagine what
dart
vegetarians are like.
instead of a knife?
A what?
A dart.
That sounds like tart. We weren't allowed to have those.
You can have them now.
Shui reaches behind her and
You'll have to earn it, of course, but it's not like it's that hard.
Shui reaches into her, like behind her, and takes out one of her throwing darts, passes it on to the kobold, which in his hand, I guess it could be more of a knife/dagger because it's larger to him.
It's a needle.
knife.
It's a crochet needle.
A stiletto knife or a stiletto dagger.
The kobold bends over and just starts poking the snow with it. Poke, poke, poke. Poke, poke. Kind of squatted down on their knees, just sort of poking at the snow. Totally transfixed.
So, does that sound good to you guys? Do you guys want to start up a hunting lodge and build a life for yourselves?
This sounds like good duty, says the orc.
Sure does. Let's we're going to I mean, you guys are free to stay here for a little while longer if you want, but we're going to go meet Urug and
Station captain.
yes, station captain, and we're going to have him help you guys out once we figure out what you guys want to do. If there's something in particular you want to try and learn, or we got about a month before everything will before the seasonal start, so we got plenty of time.
Mm-hmm. Can we go see a rug
Great.
now?
That's sure.
I'm the station captain.
Does that sound good to everybody else?
Sure.
Let's go.
Great.
Yep, let's go.
Onward.
Leo will.
Adventure.
Adventure.
Leo will begin leading everyone to the smolder and smoke.
It's literally really close by. The road is
Yeah.
just south to you, and it's only about 4 buildings away. The third building, which is a square rectangle next to an L-shaped building, that is the butcher. There's no sign on it other than a symbol of a chicken and a pig and a cow on the wall. As you walk by, you can smell the meat that's being cooked in there, and smolder and smoke is also smoking up into the sky. The furnace is probably going.
Great. They certainly do. So we head to the smolder and smoke.
The cart is still outside smolder and smoke. You open the door. The pile of weaponry is gone from the floor, and you see something delightful. At the bench,
Oh boy.
at the table where you left Crested last night, you see a rug sitting on a chair with a fork and knife in hand, happily eating away at a plate with a bib made of a towel wrapped around his around his neck, and he's just eating, just totally focused, having breakfast.
How large is this man baby?
Oh, large. 400 pounds?
I
or
mean,
so?
He's a large man baby.
yeah, both the orcs are real big lads. The kobold is like,
Teenage.
minuscule.
Yeah.
Having a good meal, a rug?
Essentially, overgrown both baby. Gotcha.
Yes, both baby.
Yeah.
A rug slightly less baby.
Mm.
A rug looks up from his food and like kind of looks at her. You! Hi.
Hello?
Lying to
Hey,
Sebastian.
bud.
Those ladies were nice.
That's good
You're
to hear.
damn right. They're sweethearts, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. They look kind of like me, but not like me. But they're really nice.
Mm-hmm. They're something like your cousins, if that makes sense.
Okay. He just keeps
So
eating.
a rug. Are smolder and smoke around, or smoke?
One of them's not. I think Smoke is here. He gets up from his table
great.
and walks around back into the smithy. Just clearly just feeling like he owns the place already. He's just made himself at home. And walks
Leo kind of like
Social graces are not his thing.
Shui leans over
Nope.
to Leo. Shui leans over to Leo and just whispers, "This one seems smarter."
Yeah,
He is the station captain, so
That doesn't tell me much.
So, to explain, the people that these guys were with, are the other two, like, are they outside or are they inside with us?
They're playing with the cart and outside the frame.
Okay. Leo just kind of, okay. Hey, can you just make sure you guys don't run off too far, okay? You can stay here and play with the cart, though, okay?
Okay.
Great. Leo will lean back in and to Shui. So, basically, the cultist had these three kind of like brainwashed under their thumb, and to them, humans are masters. So that's probably why they're a little funky in some places. But him, on the other hand, they took somebody there at some point took real special liking to him in the weirdest way possible, and put some stuff into his head about this, that, or the other thing. And he was kind of like the chief sort of a guy for all of the other orcs, if that makes sense. And he also, he knows the dungeon the best. Like, he knows it just 100% better than anyone else. And he got taught a few extra things rather than everybody else. That's why everybody else doesn't really know a whole lot, but he kind of knows.
Okay, gotcha.
As you're saying this, a rug walks back inside, and followed closely by is Smoke. She looks like she has not gotten any sleep. She's ragged. She's wearing the same clothes she was last night, and
honey.
She's yawning and rubbing her eyes, and
oh, I'm so sorry.
That fucking robot. Don't go where you were thinking you were going. I used the wrong word, but I did that because I needed to stop your thoughts.
Sorry.
Who do you think I am? And the also Smoke is gay. Thanks.
Oh, I was using just like the honey, as in like oh honey, I'm so sorry.
Just the tone that you had it, the word that you had it, I was like, what did you think this was? Okay, moving on.
Sorry, no. Anyways, moving along.
Smoke is tired. She's at the counter. A rug has gone back to eating food. That fucking statue you left me is insane. But hi, Leo. Welcome.
Hi.
I think I went to sleep when the sun was up.
Very sorry. Oh, yeah. Do you want us to like come back later?
No, it's fine. No, I mean insane and a good thing. Like, I've never seen anything like that in my life. I'm like trying to figure out what the hell he's made of, what the hell is about. And he doesn't know shit. He just thinks he has to get back to Aronia because that's where he's from or whatever. But he just won't shut up about it. And I'm just like, anyway, I put his legs on. It's not as good as like it should be. I have no idea how to make the things he's made of, but he walks now, so you're welcome.
Great. Appreciate that. I guess it's a good thing that we're here to take them off your hands then.
No, it was
Unless
good.
you want to spend more time with him.
No, I don't think there's anything more I can do at this point. She, Smolder, like, just went home to, like, an hour or two ago, and her,
Alright.
her husband is, kind of annoyed at us for staying up all night working on it. It was fun. It was fun for us. Don't worry about it. It was cool. Oh, we tallied up all your weapons that you brought in. We have some money for you.
Great. That's perfect.
Yeah. Here's 200 coins. I assume.
Oh.
Yeah. Real quick for a second. To the players that raided the dungeon, brought back the supplies. I'm gonna divvy that up to your accounts, including Shirsha, evenly. So.
Great. Perfect. I don't have to do it. I
got
was
you.
about to right now.
I got you.
Leo turns and he hands it out. Thank you. Do you want me to go get him?
Sure. He's trying to make tea. You can head in the back into the kitchen if you want.
Great. I'll make sure. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Like, really.
No, pleasure's all mine.
Then Leo kind of.
That was cool. I'm fucking tired.
Then you should go to bed.
Okay. I mean, I think Arug's competent enough not to let this place burn down. She kind of looks at him
I would hope
wearily.
so. I would hope so.
I would also hope so. We'll
You won't
make sure to.
You won't burn this place down, right, Arug?
No. That's why I'm station captain. I know not know fire bad, and some things
Good,
are hot
good.
when they don't look hot, and like even food can like start fires. At one time, I saw this guy cooking, and he made a big mess, and the whole fucking room caught on fire, and it was not fun at all. But no problem.
Yikes.
Good.
Yeah,
Here.
and we're gonna help him and his buddies out. So yeah, we'll you get some rest. We'll stay here for at least a little while you get some rest.
Yeah. Thanks, Leo. Yeah, I'm gonna head home. Arug, can you lock the door when you leave, or shut the place down, or whatever? I don't care. I'm going to sleep. Bye. And Smoke walks out of the room. Just kind of gathers her things and heads out the front door, heading home.
Okay, great. So, hey, guys, he like calls to the kobold and the orc that are outside. Come on in.
Okay. I am ready. They kind of clamber off the cart and walk inside.
How's the condition of the cart?
It's fine, probably.
Okay, cool. Okay, so, Station Captain Urug, these two are obviously going to be helping us out. Figured, keep our idea, help you keep it maintained, and take care of it and everything.
The kobold walks up to Arug and just kind of meekly says, "Hello, station captain." Arug pats his head.
So, what we were thinking, with your assistance, obviously, the idea to help people around town, we are gonna help these two get some jobs in town, and they're going to help us with the work that we're going to be having you help us with in the future in the cave.
Okay. Can I finish
Does
my
that
breakfast?
sound good to you? That's why we aren't leaving yet, bud.
Okay. He turns around, grabs his plate, and just starts eating while standing and listening to you.
He doesn't have to stand. He just, has to finish eating while we're, making sure to have this conversation.
Or stand and eat.
So, turns to the other two. Any ideas on what you guys want to be doing?
I like meat, says the kobold.
Butcher, gotcha.
Can
What
I
about you,
poke
bud?
it? Can I cut it?
We'll figure that out later.
Okay.
Looks up the other orc. Any ideas for you, big guy?
I don't know. Do you have duty?
Can you tan leather? Or, pelts and things?
Nope, don't know how.
Well, there you go. I look to the party. We can stick him with the leather worker.
I mean, it would give him something to work on.
Indeed.
Okay. Let's go.
Great. We will first ooh boy, that second one is kinda oof. So we got two options for leather workers. There's the Hobard's wares, or there's the Sow and Tell. I will tell you this: I'm not going to the Sow and Tell. Somebody else will have to do that if they want to try to get in there. I can take him to Hobard's wares, and there's also literally the butcher right over there. So that'll take that's a quick hop, skip, and a jump.
Trying to think which one. Any particular reason why you won't go to the Sow and Tell, or
Personal reasons.
I mean,
You're not getting any more than that out of me.
I figured I was just trying to.
If you guys want to try to go and get him a job at the Sow and Tell, by all means, just know that I won't be the one doing it.
Station captain.
I'll
sets-
happily wait outside. I'll happily wait outside for that, but not going near that place right now.
The station captain sets his food down. The plate is finished. Just kind of chewing. He looks at Leo and says, "I never seen you afraid."
Yeah, sure, fear. That's what this feeling is. And Leo's just kind of looking down like, ooh, a little bit of sweat, like, ugh, that's fear, I guess.
So I'm getting when we should go to the other one then. If you're not going to be confident in the Sow and Tell.
I mean, I'm confident he could get some work there, just don't involve me in the show and tell.
Well, Bard does work on
Don't even
saddles and
mention my
stuff.
name.
It's a general store, so lots of different things go on there.
Yeah, I figured, Hobards would be better for actual, all around leather work, while show and tell kind of leads more into the product of turning leather into stuff occasionally. It's a tailor, and show and tell does very good work. I mean, honestly, we could probably have him do both if we really wanted to, if he was up for that.
I mean,
Pick up some sewing along with, making sure to do leather work properly. Would it be hard? You'd just have to convince the people at both places. And then, he'd have to split his time there.
I mean, it would. The more he's willing to learn, I guess the easier it would be for him in the long term. But well, we should probably see what he's good at. If he's good with one thing first before we start trying to get him to learn multiple things at once, because I think that might confuse the poor lad.
Yeah, that is also true. So, first, I guess we'll stop by the butcher and see if we can convince this little guy to be a butcher's apprentice for a little while.
Yeah. Hopefully he actually cuts the meat and doesn't try to just eat it.
I kind of know the owner of the butcher shop, kind of. I don't know how familiar we would be, but we would I don't know. I mean, honestly,
we won't know until it happens, I guess. It's just probably give them a heads up and let them know that our little friend here is fond of meat and he might try to stick some in his mouth.
Well, of course.
Or poke it.
I'll lean into Guardian's ear so that the others don't hear. I'll tell them. I think I got it figured out. Okay, so you little man.
Yes.
We got to come up with a name for you.
Pokes.
Pokes?
They look
Pokes?
at the needle. Oh, sorry. What?
All right, Pokes.
Pokes.
Name, Pokes.
Name
how's that?
Pokes. What do you mean?
Great. Your new name, Pokes.
Well, what? Pokes. Pokes.
Yeah,
Pokes.
your name is now Pokes.
I'm so happy about this.
This
Man.
fucker could
Yes.
have.
Yes.
This kobold could have an entire backstory and name, and we're just deciding now your fucking name's Pokes. Deal with it.
What do you think? Do you like this name? Or do you want to be called Pokes?
They look at the needle. They squat down and look at the ground. And they poke the ground with the needle a couple times. I like pokes. Pokes.
Yep.
Pokes it is.
Pokes.
Okay, so Pokes, we are going to help you learn how to butcher. Do you know what that means?
Teeth.
No.
It means teeth. Chomp. Food.
Guardian's got a hand.
Technically, yes. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to have someone teach Pokes how to properly cut open and separate meat from fur and all the other things properly without running into it and eating everything. They're gonna teach you how to do that, okay?
Mhm. Okay.
Remember, you can't eat everything they give you. Unless they say you can eat it, of course.
I get full. It's a secret, but I get full.
Exactly. I
Pokes
mean,
gets
you know. Yeah, exactly. Pokes gets full. And we're going to have someone I know, you know, help you out and teach you how to take care of and, you know, slice up animals so that you can do it for others in the future. Does that sound like a good? Does that sound good to you?
Help kobolds and others, I guess.
Yes, and others. Mostly, you'll just listen to what station captain says.
They look up at station captain. Used to that.
Station captain, you're gonna treat that little guy well and nicely in the future.
Mm-hmm. Of
A
course.
bit of rug.
Yep. No problem.
No mean stuff.
No
No
mean
rude
stuff.
hitting for no reason.
Mm-mm.
Good.
Nice orc cousins say things about kindness.
Exactly. So, let's start headed over to the butcher's real quick. I'll go in if somebody wants to come with me. That'll be great, and then we'll bring in Pokes shortly afterwards. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Should I stay here?
Great. Wait here, but outside we'll lock up for the day. Does that sound? But we don't need to, you know, we don't need to all stand in here for, you know, in a closed business right now. We should definitely head out shortly, anyway. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Big Smoke said I could stay here and make food or sleep or whatever if I needed to.
I mean, sure. If you want to stay, just wait for us to come back for you, I guess.
Okay.
And I assume they told you to keep the place locked up and you know, be nice
No
to
fire.
anybody who, you know, shows up.
No fire.
No fire. No
They,
fire.
I tell the people that come that they are sleepy and sick.
Okay. Okay, great. I'm going to go find our metal statue. Be right back. Leo goes off into the back to grab Carested.
As you step into the back room, where there's a small cooking kitchen, little like waiting lounge area, it looks like there's some chairs and couches in the back. Making metal takes time, and so the sisters kind of live here half the time. You see a rather tall metal statue at the stove, kind of hopping around and like back and forth, just trying to figure out what to do. With the water that's coming out over the pot as it's over boiling.
Ah, God. Leo will do his best to stop what is going on.
I can't stand. I can stand, but actually, like, it's too tall. But no, I don't.
Leo will like
how do I do
wrap
this?
his hand and like hold there, bud, and like make sure like the no fire is starting. Okay.
I don't know how to
as
work
soon as
this.
he's done with it.
I thought I did. I've seen one in my memories before, but You see the teacups.
Don't worry, bud.
On the counter next to it, and they're filled with like random leaves, and there's like just a little bit of dirt in there, and it's just waiting for this boiling water, but the boiling water is spilling all over the stove.
Look, bud, why don't you go out into the main area, meet up with the others? I'm gonna clean up in here. They'll explain it to you, okay?
I have to leave?
I mean,
I have to fix this.
kind of.
Okay.
I will fix it. I will fix it. You won't actually be like leaving. You can come back here if you feel like. They'll explain it. Go.
Okay. You see this tall metal barrel-shaped. Well, it's a barrel-shaped body with a head attached to it and some arms sticking out. But at the base of it are these really long sticks of legs, and they kind of work. They kind of move, but Crested has to like waddle as he walks, and so he's kind of like rotating his body as he puts one foot forward and then steps down, kind of pivots and bounces on the other foot, and just sort of stick like he's on stilts or something. Just kind of toddles out of the room.
Well, would you look at that? Crested has legs.
I do, and his arms go up, and he almost falls as he does that.
Oh, careful now. Don't fall over.
They're kind of, they get me where I'm going.
I can see that.
I can talk better too.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Crested?
Less scrambled.
That's good. That's good. Is everyone else still like in the room right now? Well, it's
Yeah,
actually in the building.
pretty
yeah.
much everyone.
So our two new homies are now seeing a all metal statue walking and talking.
Yes. There's no. It's vaguely humanoid looking. It has two round eyes that glow a yellowish red. And you hear a voice emanating out from its torso. As it speaks to you, it's sort of tinny and raspy and rattly. It looks like a piece of machinery or farming implement or something, but it's walking and talking like a person. Will these two be going with us to Aronia?
Possibly. And Sebastian's going to turn back to the rest of the party. Well, I guess this is a secret we can't exactly keep anymore. This is Crested. He
Correct.
is one of our discoveries from our investigation into this cult.
Crested kind of creaks as he brings up one of his arms, and then he smacks his chest and goes, "I am Metal Man."
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
But-
very
More importantly, heirloom.
Heirloom,
That's why I have
yeah.
to go back home.
To
We'll find my family,
Aronia.
of course. Yes. In Stormfeld.
Mhm.
They have
Well,
a nice house there. I've lived there all my life, and it's the lives of many others. Long time. I had to stay
We'll
there
definitely
most of my
have to.
life, but I ventured out when they got lost, or didn't come back, or died. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to discuss this further and see if we can find any answers.
Crested nods kind of like in a twitchy fashion, sort of to the side, and you see this being just continue to waddle around the counter, and is now standing in the lobby with the rest of you. Its legs are really like spindly and just kind of. It looks like a bunch of spears and swords and whatever were melted down into just rods, and large feet have been fashioned, and there's a small amount of mobility at the torso where the hips would be, but that's about it. Surprisingly, Crassid is managing to stay up. Leo, cleaning up boiled water and crappy tea doesn't take super long. Have you come back to us?
Yes, I am back. I am here. I am. Everything has been taken care of. Great. There's no like, it's cleaned, right?
Yeah.
Great. They'll come out, just be like, "Whew, I'm glad that's taken care of." I hope they don't get mad about that. So, what's going on? What I miss? Did you guys tell him the ideas?
What ideas? I was just asking if they were going to Aronia.
Oh, yes, we will be. Later. If you're, I mean, we won't be leaving for a little while. I hope that's okay.
Oh, I got time. All the time. They just kind of look down at the ground.
It's okay, bud. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll, I guess, yeah, we are planning on heading there, but, we're gonna, for at least for now, before we head there, you think you might be able to help us, clear out the space we found you in?
Sure.
Clear it up,
easy.
clean it out, and,
Well, it would have been
okay,
easy.
then,
I'm a little wobbly now, but I can try.
yeah, we'll make sure to take time to, like, help you get your, legs back under you, if you will.
Okay. Who's these bunch?
So this is a Rug. He is station captain. He's kind of the go-between for us for right now. This is Freedom, and this little guy down here is Pokes, and you've already met Guardian and Sebastian, and then we've got Shui and Cronia. Did I say that right? I'm gonna.
Nice to meet you all.
Hello.
Great. Yeah. So you're for now. If you don't mind chilling out here with a Rug before we head out. We probably won't be headed out for like, I don't know, till the end of the day maybe, or tomorrow. But yeah, we're just gonna help you and everybody here get back on their feet so that we can set some stuff up for the future for them and take care of our future travel plans to Aronia.
Sounds good to me.
How does that sound? Great.
Crasted kind of leans against the counter, like carefully, like putting himself, like kind of reaches out with one arm, puts it on the counter, and rotates himself to where his bum is sitting on the counter, and his long legs are just kind of like sticking down at an angle into the ground. And he's just kind of using it as a seat, puts his other hand on there. I'll wait here.
Great. Who wants to help me help Pokes get a job?
Sure, let's try.
Great, let's go.
On that note, everyone, it is 10 o'clock, and we do have to end.
Yes.
So thank you all for joining episode 8 of Zotian Epoch. I hope that you enjoy our new players, Akaris and Shui. Sounds like next session we'll be heading out on an adventure and getting some folks some jobs. Unfortunately, the session can't really go beyond 10. And yeah, it just makes sense for everybody. So,
Yeah.
Good place to finish.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you all for coming through. It's a very RP heavy episode. Not every episode is like this. Some are with battles and other fun things, and RP is also quite fun as well. So I wish you all a lovely 2 weeks, a lovely fortnight, if you will. We'll meet these adventurers in Baklamil in session 9. That'll be 2 Saturdays from now at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Peace out, sauerkrauts, and have a good time.